interrupt our regular programming for this special live sports presentation.
This is Sports Radio 96.7, and this is high school football at its very best.
And it is Archer, picks it up, he's heading for the end zone! Will he get it? What is they give him? Forget it, Andre Coleman takes it into the end zone!
Myers back to pass, pump fake, looks, throws, long near side, get him in, open! McCoy caught it! Good by 1 yard! The Farrell Steelers are your 2019 state champions!
It's the game that separates the men from the boys, and it's happening right now.
Tonight on Sports Radio 96.7, we feature a Shenango Valley showdown as the Farrell Steelers host the Hickory Hornets.
Our 2024-25 high school sports broadcasts are brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind. Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Serving giant subs since 1973. Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's in Greenville, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking but better. Attorney Bill Motor, excellence, experience, and integrity. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded since 1911. Herman's Water, when taste matters. Vay's Pub and Grill, make it special, make it Vay's. Hermitage Rotary Club, if you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City is the area's only stay-in-your-car quick lube. We're locally owned and nationally known. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season long. Now, it's time to go to the field with our Countdown to Kickoff show with our game announcers,
Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg.
And good evening, friends. Good evening, fans, and welcome to Countdown to Kickoff here on Sports Radio 96.7, sportsradio967.com, on the iHeart app, and on the Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page. I'm Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. We are live from Pelekas Stadium, Falcone Field, in the Pegues Sports Complex, Farrell, Pennsylvania. A crosstown matchup between Farrell and Hickory. Farrell Steelers, coached by Amp Pegues in year 6. They were 11-2 a year ago, 7-0 in the Rugged Region 3 in the AA District 10 champs. Hickory Hornets, led by Bill Dungy, also in year 6, 11-3 a year ago, 5-2 in the region, and they were the 3A District 10 champions. Time now to welcome in longtime broadcast partner Bob Greenberg. How you doing, Bob?
How you doing, Mark Slazak? I'm doing wonderful here on this Saturday night. Sensational Saturday night with a Shenango Valley showdown between two perennial powers, two defending district champs, the Hickory Hornets and the Farrell Steelers. I was going back in my memory banks. I think this might be the most anticipated opening weekend game in a little over 10 years. The last time Farrell and Sharon played the first week of the season. We've had some good ones, but not one like this between two powers, two teams that are ranked in the state, two defending district champions. It's going to be a big crowd. It's a beautiful night. It should be a wonderful game.
No doubt. Everything's set up for, like you said, a wonderful night of football on a sensational Saturday. Stay with us. We'll dig into it. We'll hear from the coaches. We'll talk about the teams, give you all you got as you stay right here for Farrell and Hickory on your home of high school football. This is Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live. Live.
Your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order. order.
A self-employed retirement plan is a tax-deferred retirement savings program for self-employed individuals. Previously known as KEO or HR 10 plans, they are now known as SEP IRA, Simple 401k, or Self-Employed 401k, and are established for self-employed individuals. For more information about these plans, please call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, at 724-458-5233, or stop by 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. Distributions from traditional IRAs and employer-sponsored retirement plans are taxed as ordinary income, and if taken prior to reaching age 59 and a half, may be subject to additional 10% IRS tax penalty.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
Back here at Farrell High School, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Lee Gross up top running camera on our Facebook feed. Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook is where you can find the video and audio tonight. And we have Ryan Briggs with live stats tonight as well at ProfessorBriggs.com. So ways to follow along as we've got a big game with Farrell and Hickory. Last year was a Farrell win over Hickory, 26-7. Farrell went on to win the region last year at an undefeated 7-0 spot. Both teams now in new regions and new things going on as it's a matchup of two powerhouses, two District 10 defending champs.
You know, the one nice thing, and I've talked to both coaches occasionally here in the offseason, and once the new regions came out, which separated Hickory and Farrell, and they were in the same league the last 2 years, one of the first moves that Ant Pegues and Bill Dungy made was finding a way to keep this rivalry going, and they went as far as going with, let's open up the season playing each other, make it a standalone game, which we're doing here tonight. And I think it's a wonderful thing for the Valley. It's going to be a big crowd here, and anticipation is pretty high.
No doubt. And hoping for a rocking, jam-packed place, as Ant Pegues noticed. Farrell Steelers coming in, a team that averaged 30 points a game on offense last year, giving up only 13. They've got a lot of changes. They've lost some stars. There's players ready to step up, but some of the big shining stars of the last few years are no longer on this Farrell roster.
Yeah, and the lead that charges Gabron Smith, the school's all-time leading passer, over 2,000 yards a season ago, 27 touchdowns. That is really some significant shoes to fill here, as Smith was a 3-year starter, played 4 years, and we've heard many times he's like a coach on the field. And the new quarterback, Aaron Pegues, the sophomore son of the head coach, Ant Pegues. We know the bloodlines there. Ant was a former quarterback. Aaron, though, his first start in the big spotlight, how will he respond?
No doubt, and it's not for lack of preparation. I was talking to Lou Falcone before the game, former coach here at Farrell. He's on the staff again. He said they've played over 100 of those 7-on-7 games in the offseason with Pegues at quarterback, Aaron Pegues, and plus all the camps that he has gone to. They think he's ready, and he's going to have a huge jump into that quarterback spot. 9 of 14 a year ago in some reserve. Jody played 6 games, a couple of touchdowns, and a long of 41. Lost their number 1 receiver as well, and a great defensive back in Danny Odom, as Odom no longer here at Farrell.
Yeah, he transferred down to a school in Florida, doing very well down there. Also Samir Wade and Brandon Chambers, Marion Norris, great defensive player, Braylon Harrison, Marcel Cheeks, Malachi Green. I mean, the list goes on. That was a great class, and it goes from experience to a very inexperienced in some parts of this football team.
Yeah, and they've got some stars coming back. Joel Johnson in the backfield ran for 974 yards and 9 touchdowns a year ago. Had a touchdown catch as well. Johnson also a fine linebacker.
Yeah, no question about it. He is going to be the bell cow this year. When there's a big play to be made, expect the ball into Juju Johnson's hands. And actually, Bill Dungy said he's concerned about the two Jujus, Juju Johnson and Juju Phillips, as Juju Phillips already committed to YSU. A potential breakout star. Had a good year last year. He's rising, and big things expected out of that young man here in 2024.
Yeah, Julius Phillips, now the senior wide receiver defensive back at 6'2", 185, fills the role, and YSU looking to add them or add him to their roster next year. But he's a fine receiver. So you look at those two stars. They also come back with some linemen returning, and Darnell LaCamera and Harry Parker to lead on the offensive and defensive lines.
Yeah, there's some new names, some old names, but we know how great this coaching staff has been, and they're prepared. They feel pretty good about what they have on the field here tonight. Expect this Farrell Steeler team to battle here a very, very good and a highly rated Hickory team coming into the 2024 season.
No doubt. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the Hickory Hornets. It's Hickory and Farrell live on the radio and on Facebook Live right here at Sports Radio 96.7 and on the Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page.
The Joneses are at it again. That's the third party this week.
Well, of course they can throw all those parties.
What's that supposed to mean?
They just got that new deck.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
I want a new deck. Hey!
Warner's Homes and Improvements bring a whole new meaning to backyard barbecues. Warner's Trex decking are engineered to resist fading, scratches, and stains, and eliminate time-consuming maintenance. For a custom-built Trex deck, make it Warner's Homes and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Ken Frenchak here at the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs, and also the experience we provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City.
Are you looking to finally buy that boat, motorcycle, ATV, or new car? Then check out the low rates on a summer toys loan at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Embark on the epic adventures you've been dreaming of with a loan that rates as low as 5.75% APR. Terms up to 84 months. Receive up to $100 with a refinance from another lender. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender. Apply for a summer toys loan in person or online 24/7 at gcafcu.org.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
We're back at Farrell's Pegues Sports Complex, Palica Stadium, Lou Falcone Field. I'm Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Lee Gross on the camera, Aaron Byro spinning the dials, Ryan Briggs with live stats. We got you covered every way as we have this football game between Hickory and Farrell, a matchup of defending District 10 champions. Hickory, when you look at the Hornets, they lost some stars as well as the Farrell Steelers did, but they come back with a couple of key players on the offense, including the quarterback.
Yeah, Hickory last year, one win shy of reaching the state championship game, losing to Bell Vernon in the state semifinals. They won their 8th district championship in the last 12 years. They've been really playing at a very high level, this program. You mentioned they returned players. They returned 7 starters on both sides of the football, and they're led by their quarterback, Xander Telez, who had a fantastic junior season, almost 1,500 yards passing, 18 touchdowns, 650 yards rushing, and 10 more touchdowns. And his really multi-dimensional talent, throwing, running, makes him somebody very difficult to stop.
Yeah, no doubt. As you mentioned, that adds up to 29 touchdowns on the season in the hands of Tellez. So it's been a great start for the quarterback, now into his third year of leading the charge here at the Hornets. Now, their top 5 targets graduated, and names like Tylon Cousins, Luke Neville, Will Hickory, Keenan Scullin, Timmy Krivosh, as well as linebacker, running back Sean Kennedy. But they've got the whole offensive line back and some skill players as well.
Yeah, no question about it. And up front, you're talking about the line. They're led by a big guy, Luke Lewis, very much in the spotlight for colleges. He's been traveling, taking a lot of visits. A Division I prospect, the anchor, starting junior at center, and it works from there. But he is the big guy up front that will lead the charge in this offense.
Yeah, no doubt. Jaden Phillips, All-State last year as a corner, 7 interceptions he returns on the defensive side, and might see some offensive time as well.
Yeah, really interesting because Kelvin Morrison, who was a sensational freshman last year, averaging almost 10 yards a carry, he's going to play both sides of the ball this year. And Jaden Phillips, who was an All-American, All-State secondary defensive back as a freshman, is now going to play offense as well. So it gives Hickory some dynamic athletes on both sides of the football, and Bill Dungy hoping to take advantage of that.
No doubt. And we mentioned the returners along that offensive line for Hickory. Add basketball star Trevor Borowitz into the lineup as well as a tight end / wide receiver. Look for him to try to do some things, and a solid defense of returners on the other side of the ball.
They have a new name in Sarmord Shakur. He is a transfer from over in Ohio, a very great resume, and a lot of people talking about this young man, how he could be one of those players that nobody knows about in PA, but starting at defensive end, Hickory expecting big things out of this young man.
Yes, Armand Shakur coming over to join that defensive line for the Hornets to play a defensive end spot. No Lucas Jones, I should say, for the Hornets. Lucas, the kicker. How about these numbers last year? A year ago, according to ProfessorBriggs.com, 9 of 10 field goals, 49 of 52 extra points. He has been a stalwarted kicker for Hickory for a couple of years. That's a big change. We'll see if it matters. Logan Stanford takes over as the extra point and field goal kicker.
And one name we didn't mention, and this guy we should mention, Jamal Calhoun. He is a district champion in 100-meter dash. He is extremely fast, and no question he will get some touches here tonight. Look out for Jamal Calhoun.
If we had a track meet with these guys today, we'd have a heck of a meet as well. But it's football tonight. It is Hickory and Farrell. Coaches come up next. We'll have Coach Em Pegues from the Farrell Steelers, Bill Dungy from the Hickory Hornets. Stay tuned for that. It's Hickory and Farrell on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
When you're a grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank has experience when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Mercer County State Bank, member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls18 radio967.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and...
Welcome back. Countdown to Kickoff. Farrell, Hickory here, opening weekend high school football, being joined by head coach Amp Geese of the Farrell Steelers. And coach, been a long offseason, a lot of talk about this game, and it's finally here.
For sure. You know, it's anticipated so much, and I'm just so tired. We just play the game and get it going. You know what I mean? Football season is here, and I can't wait to go.
What's encouraged you most from what you've seen so far in training camp?
The guys just working hard. They're there every day. You know what I mean? Putting in a lot of work, and these last couple of weeks they started to look really good. You know what I mean? So I'm just encouraged to kind of see them actually play in a real game atmosphere and see what we got.
You got your son starting quarterback, the big spotlight on him tonight. What do you expect out of him?
I expect him to do his job. I expect him to control the offense, make some plays here and there. I think he might kind of surprise people with his athleticism and his feet, as well as throwing the ball with his accuracy. But I expect him to do his job and have a lot of fun.
Offensive line, defensive line is going to probably win this game. Yeah. Talk about the experience and what you expect to see out of that group here tonight.
I expect my guys to play really well up front. You know what I mean? That's a lot of people think that we lost some guys up front, but offensively, this might be one of our better offensive lines that we had. You know what I mean? I'm talking with my line coach, and we know what they got up front, and they're going to be really good. But my guys are going to be ready to play today, and I can't wait.
Get some skilled players. I'm assuming it's going to be a balanced attack here tonight.
Oh, for sure. We'll spread it out, and obviously Jules Johnson is our guy, and he'll get a lot of touches there. But we'll definitely spread it out. We got a lot of guys we get the ball to, and that's what's going to happen.
What's a couple concerns here with Hickory?
For me, I don't really see the concern yet. But games like this, I think it comes down to some special teams. You know what I mean? New game, getting snaps and turnovers and that sort of thing. But I think my guys are ready to go.
A couple keys for Farrell to win.
Take care of the ball. Don't turn the ball over and don't give it a splash play. And if we just hunker down and tackle well, we'll be fine.
A lot of Farrell coaches and flavor on that Hickory sideline. Talk about that.
For sure. It looks like Farrell North over there. You know what I mean? And Coach Buck and Brandon's a former Farrell guy, and Coach Bill, Coach Amo. I can look over there and call them out for days. Calvin Newby, but you know, to get his program where he needs to get, you gotta get you some Farrell guys. You know what I mean? Some guys that really know the game, and Billy's doing a great job at that, and I wish him well.
Coach, best of luck.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
All right, Amp Geese, head coach of the Farrell Steelers. We'll come back. More countdown to kickoff. It is Farrell and Hickory tonight. Opening night weekend on Sports Radio 96.7.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
I'm hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
They got what I like?
Oh, yeah.
Win. Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win-win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can
win.
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Vay's Pub and Grill has just what you want, so come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
Valvoline Express, Kevin Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Ken Frenchak here at the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs and also the experience we provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance Services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing.
Welcome back. Countdown to Kickoff. Hickory, Farrell tonight. We're being joined by head coach Bill Dungy. Hickory Hornets and coach, much anticipated game is finally here. Just a couple of your thoughts.
Yeah, finally here. I would say the offseason went pretty fast, especially the last couple months, but highly anticipated. Should be a great atmosphere, two great teams, just ready to roll.
What encourages you about what you've seen so far with your team?
For a young team, as far as years young, we're focused and we seem mature. They've learned from those seniors that left in the past on how to handle business. Very mature week, and so I'm happy about that. But now we get a real test.
You have a veteran quarterback. He's been in these big moments.
Yes, and that's key here. Veteran quarterback behind a veteran line. Xander's going to lead us. I told him this game depends on his decision making, and he's right. He's locked in, ready to go. So we're going to ride him today.
Calvin Morrison, no longer a freshman.
Yeah, he can be a difference maker. I told him now he's playing two sides of the ball. He's going to get the bulk of the carries. That's a different conditioning. All right, it's hot tonight, so hopefully he's ready for that. But I'm just so excited to see what he can do with the ball in his hands.
Jaden Phillips is another one playing on both sides.
Yeah, Jaden, phenomenal offseason, man, and elected as captain as a sophomore, which is just unheard of. And most of the votes came from his fellow offensive linemen, which shows you the respect they have for him. But he's ready to roll. Like I said, tremendous offseason. He's now on the offensive side of the ball. I'm excited to see what he can do with the ball in his hands.
Coach Amp joked about the Farrell flavor on the Hickory coaching staff. Talk about that.
It is what it is. I mean, obviously, got my brother-in-law. I was trying to get him for the last 5 years. So he promised me when my son was here, he'd become coach because I got to coach his son. But yeah, Coach Chambers, Coach Calvin, Coach Frank Scarvell, myself. I'm trying to think if there's any others. But yeah, a lot of Farrell flavor. You cut us open, we bleed blue and gold. But tonight we're a Hickory Hornets, so let's go Hornets.
What's a couple concerns here with Farrell?
It's Juju and Juju. As simple as that. Juju Johnson and then Juju Phillips. Just dynamic players. You got to control them, got to contain them. You're probably not going to stop them, but you got to contain them and limit their explosive plays. And then it's just Farrell. It's just their history and tradition. You're playing on their field. Coach Amp's going to have them ready to play. Coach Omar has always got them playing great defense. We got to be ready to match that intensity.
Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, Bill Dungy, head coach of the Hickory Hornets. That's it from the field. Minutemen Press starting lineups coming up next, and the kickoff. It is Hickory and Farrell tonight right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Picture this. You're with a group of friends, and someone offers you a pill. You don't know what's in that pill. The person who gave it to you may not even know. By taking it, you may increase your risk of an overdose. Every day, nearly 300 Americans die from a drug overdose. Get the facts. Be your own advocate.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage, PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Look at this.
Oh, that's an old picture.
Yeah. Look at the background.
Oh, that's the year we put the vinyl siding on, isn't it?
Can you believe it's been 41 years?
Looking at the siding, no. It seems like only yesterday.
Just don't look in the mirror.
Oh, don't do that. I was just joshing you.
Oh, boy.
Warner's Home and Improvements has a lifetime fade warranty on siding and has worked with the same manufacturer for 40 years. Need siding? Check out Warner's Homes and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
That's not what I meant.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out.
Ken Frenchak here at the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs and also the experience we provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City.
From the Shell Restoration Studios at shellrestoration.com. This is Sports Radio 96.7. Sports Radio 96.7. WLLF FM Mercer, a Cumulus media station. The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Big crowd here at Farrell High School. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. Farrell and Hickory, in time now for the starting lineups.
It is time for the Minutemen Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage starting lineups. Minutemen Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. Follow them on Facebook. Hickory will receive the opening kickoff. Farrell won the toss and deferred. Up front, the center is Luke Lewis. The guards, Adam Tawney and Ben Walls. The tackles are Michael Risfe and Spencer Lee. Wide receivers, Trevor Borowitz, Jaden Phillips, Sebastian Bromley. Tight end is Matthew Myers. The running back, Kelvin Morrison. And the quarterback, Xander Telez.
Defense for Farrell, Julius Phillips, Damar Kane at corners. Joels Johnson, Nemo Jones at safety. Zamir Thomas, Mario Boatwright, Dorian Kane. Rashad Dunbar at linebackers. Carleo Lowe, Harry Parker Jr. and Darnell LaCamera make up the defensive line. Our officials for this one, Joe Lombardi, our referee, Steve Hoover, our umpire, Mike Bachert, the lines judge, head linesman Scott Walters, and Travis Zuslaw is the back judge. Farrell wearing yellow head-to-toe, helmet, jersey, and pants with a blue number outlined in white. Hickory with a white jersey, white helmets, and black pants, and a black number on the back of the white jersey.
We also have Professor Briggs in the house tonight doing live stats, so if you want to follow along, go to ProfessorBriggs.com and look for live stats. Great feature when you're watching and or listening to the game. And we are ready to go here. Hickory and Farrell, week number 1.
And with the kickoff coming short, it'll be Dungy to grab it at the 24-yard line, across the 25 to the 30, 35, 40. And the son of Coach Bill Dungy gets his first touch of the year and a kick return out to the 43-yard line.
So we have opposing coaches' sons getting their first really important varsity experience. Aaron played some last year a little bit. Of course, Coach Dungy's son, he's a freshman. So here we go. Hickory 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
I think we'll start with Jaden Phillips wide to the left side. Borowitz will be tight on the right end. Matthew Myers will start at the backfield as a fullback. Telez in the shotgun with Morrison beside him. Now they'll split and be on each side of Telez on 1st down and 10 for Hickory. Telez spins, handoff Morrison left side, trying to bounce it outside. Makes it outside to the 45, to the 50, skips a tackle and spins for a 1st down into Farrell territory.
And Kelvin Morrison showing his skill set on that first play. Little move, spun away, showed some power there, and first carry of the season. He picks up 12 yards on a 1st down.
So mark it to the 45 of Farrell, just underway here at the Pegues Sports Complex. Beautiful complex put together. New bleachers on the far side, new press box on the far side as well. Not in use just yet, but should be ready to go very soon. 2 receivers will split wide to the right with Borowitz and Phillips. Handoff Morrison again, working right side. Hits the line of scrimmage and is driven back right away.
And that was good penetration by Dorian Kane, who got the good penetration to slow that play up. Morrison gets nothing.
Yeah, Harry Parker Jr. there as well on the stop. 2nd down and 10 for Hickory. Moving left to right. Farrell defense last year gave up just 13 points a game. They were number 4 in pass defense and number 2 in total defense on the season.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Hickory at the Farrell 45-yard line, opening drive of the game.
Bromley left, Phillips to the right. Bromley comes in motion, fake handoff to him. Give it to Morrison, left side, cut back 40. He's ahead of the 36-yard line before he's brought down about a yard short of the 1st down on a 9-yard run by Kelvin Morrison.
And is there a flag?
Yeah, the 50.
There's a flag right at the 50. It was enveloped with the blue logo. It looks like it's going to be on Hickory, and it's going to be a hold against the Hornets to negate about a 9-yard run. My goodness.
Flag right in the 50 and just at the top of that gold part of the Farrell logo. So they'll back it up to the 45-yard line, 10-yard penalty.
On that left side there, and it could have obviously opened up a nice hole for Morrison. So a big penalty here early on, makes it second and call it just about 20.
Bromley to the left. Maynard now checks in as a slot to the right side. Phillips outside of him. Shotgun for Tellez. Tellez running left on the keeper. To the 50, breaks the tackle. 45, 40, 35, sideline 30. Where did he step out of bounds? It's definitely past the sticks at about the 32, 33-yard line. First down, Hickory on the Tellez keeper.
23 yards for Xander Tellez, his first carry of the season, and shows why he is so dangerous. You respect his throwing, and obviously you respect his running ability. And the Hornets, 1st and 10, on a big conversion on 2nd and 20 down to the Farrell 32.
I mentioned all those numbers in Tellez last year, nearly 700 yards rushing to go with a great passing season. Wards to the right side. He's out wide, right slot, right side is Phillips. Shotgun snap to Tellez, hand to Morrison. Morrison up the middle, and Morrison hit at the 30 and driven back after a short gain.
The camera there make the initial contact. And again, maybe 2 there.
Kane again there to make the play, Dorian Kane. So it'll be 2nd down and about 8 for the Hornets. Opening drive in this one. Hickory moving into the sun here at Farrell Stadium, opposite the scoreboard, left to right.
And what a crowd here tonight at the Pegues Sports Complex. Huge crowd. Reminds me a little bit of the Ursuline game he had here recently.
2 tight ends in the set now. And it's Tellez with a keeper. Up the middle, will dive across the 30 to the 28-yard line. They'll set up a 3rd down and medium for the Hornets.
I think that was the camera again with the nice ankle tackle on Tellez, who almost able to skip out of that. And if he did, he would have gotten some more yardage and probably a 1st down.
Digital yard markers, line of scrimmage marker here with a bright red 3 digitized on the yard marker's far side. On 3rd down and 5. I'm inside the 30-yard line for Hickory opening drive. Shotgun for Tellez. Fakes the run, now gets hit in the backfield, cannot spin away. As in to make a play defensively was Dorian Kane from a linebacker spot. And Tellez dropped for a loss of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, Kane and then Thomas finished him off as well, as just did not have a lot of time. Slow developing play. So now 4th down and 10 for Hickory at the Farrell 32.
Yeah, nobody really came off the field on or off, so looks at this point, Hickory going to go for it at this part of the field at the 32-yard line of Farrell. We'll send Maynard to the far side with Bromley. 2 receivers to the near side as well as Phillips and Borowitz. Shotgun on 4th and 10. Tellez back to pass. Looks, loads, fires middle. Caught by Borowitz. And he's got it inside the 20 for Hickory. 1st down.
What a pass and catch to Borowitz. Threading a needle there was Xander Tellez. Picks up about 14 on the play on 4th and 10. And the Hornets inside the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville red zone.
A big conversion. 4th and 10, Tellez to Borowitz. Trevor Borowitz did not play football a year ago, back into the sport now and making a big play there. Hickory will split 2 to the right side. And Borowitz and Phillips, shotgun to Tellez. Handoff up the middle, Calhoun, first carry. He's inside the 15, he's inside the 10, and he is down near the 6-yard line.
And we talked about Calhoun's speed, shows it on that play, picks up 12, and the Hornets now down to the Steelers' 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
1st and goal to the 6 for Jamal Calhoun, the track star, 100-meter champ in District 10. Hickory will send 2 receivers right, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Myers will be in the backfield beside Tellez in the shotgun. With a deep back in the set is Calhoun. Now Myers will switch to the left side, and Hickory not quite set, and Coach Bill Dungy going to take a timeout. Timeout Hickory with 7:18 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a break. No score, Hickory and Farrell on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Back here at Farrell, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. We've got Aaron Byra back at the studio. Lee Gross on top of the press box. He's our cameraman for Facebook Live. Ryan Briggs on live stats. Hickory looking at first down and goal on their opening drive. They're down to the Farrell 6-yard line.
Yeah, very, very impressive here. And they had a couple big conversions. It converted a 2nd and 20 and then also a 4th and 10 for first downs. And now the Hornets trying to cap it all off with a touchdown on their opening drive of the 2024 season.
You think about that, and both teams looking at that. Okay, Hickory in a great position. If you don't punch it in here, it's just a good drive. If no points, it doesn't feel all that good. It'll feel like a win for Farrell if they can come up with a stop here. Hickory has the ball just inside the 6-yard line. Hickory will make a change addition into the backfield. Brody Bishop to the left of Telez. To the right of Telez is Jamal Calhoun. As officials waiting to set the ball on 1st and goal. Phillips is out wide to the left. Borowitz is tight on the right side. Myers is tight on the left side.
Morrison on the bench right now, with his helmet off, by the way.
Here's the snap to Telez. Fake handoff, leaps over a man, and he's inside the 5, and he pushes down to about the 3-yard line. Made a man miss at about the 7, and then the jump and inside the 5 down to about the 3.
Javon Howe with the tackle. And I think
he had Calhoun come in. He had the big run, so just might be the progression of Hickory switching up the backs.
So it'll be 2nd and goal now for Hickory at the Farrell 3 opening drive. 6:40 to go here, first quarter. We have no score.
Shahmad Shakur now comes in at fullback, and they'll hand it to Shakur, and he's going to pound up the middle. He wears number 53. He gets down to the 2-yard line.
Well, almost like the refrigerator carry there.
Yeah, Shakur, who checks in at 5'10", 282. Took that carry up the middle on that run, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 2. Opening quarter clock at 6:14 and running.
Yeah, Shakur 5'10", 282, but not able to get maybe a yard there. So down to the 2-yard line here for Hickory, trying to punch it in.
Morrison is back in the lineup now. Telez will go under center for the first time. Offset I for Hickory. And the turn and a fake handoff, and Telez rolls right, fires to the end zone. Touchdown to Borowitz, and Hickory's on the board.
They faked it left as Telez rolled out right to perfection, and Borowitz kind of flared out there. He was wide open in the end zone, and Hickory has opened up with a touchdown on a 2-yard pass from Xander Telez to Trevor Borowitz.
Yeah, nice job of ball handling by Telez to fake the handoff roll right, and Borowitz off the end of the line and then streaking to that right side. Caught it a couple of yards deep into the end zone for a Hornet touchdown. And that'll bring on Logan Stanford to attempt the extra point. Telez will be the holder at the goal to our right.
As you mentioned, the new kicker, after one of the best ever to do it at Hickory, graduated.
Snap is back, ball is down, that kick is up and good, but whistles will blow and blow it dead before the official kick.
An 11-play drive, 6 minutes and 11 seconds, and 57 yards.
It was offside against Farrell. Hickory will still choose to kick. Tellez will hold. Logan Stanford, the senior, to kick. Has played soccer and been a kicker on the roster for Hornets. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. With 5:49 on the first quarter clock, it is Hickory 7, Farrell nothing. More to moments on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
A will enables you to specify who you want to inherit your property and other assets. Healthcare documents spell out your wishes for healthcare if you become unable to make medical decisions for yourself. Naming a beneficiary for bank or retirement accounts make these payable upon death. Have you recently assessed your life insurance coverage? Call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, to review your estate needs at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania 16127. Estate planning can involve a complex web of tax rules and regulations. Please consult an estate planning attorney prior to making any financial decisions. Cetera does not offer tax or legal services. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. For a comprehensive review of your personal situation, always consult with a tax or legal advisor. Neither Cetera Advisor Networks LLC nor any of its representatives may give legal or tax advice.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Hickory Hornets take their opening drive, 11 plays, 57 yards, and 6-11. Xander Tellez with a 2-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Borowitz, and Logan Stanford with a point after Hickory with a 7-0 lead, converted to 2nd and 20 and a 4th and 10 on that drive.
And how about Trevor Borowitz? A lot of talk about him, outstanding basketball season, coming out for football, and made 2 big plays on this drive on catches. And his impact quickly a factor here for Hickory in this first quarter.
That big 4th down catch and the touchdown catch. Stanford set to kick it off. Farrell with Phillips, Johnson, and Stevie Dean deep to return. Those 3 are stationed right around the 20 and 15-yard line. Well, Logan Stanford will step it off. And wait for official signal. And we're good to go. Stanford's kick is high and short. Comes to Dean at the 20-yard line, 25. And hit at the 30. Won't go down just yet. And finally knocked down. They'll mark him at about the 31-yard line. So that's where it'll start for Farrell. 1st and 10 offensively. Farrell offense, Aaron Pegues, the quarterback. Coach's son, Joels Johnson in the backfield. Julius Phillips, Nemo Jones, Amir Thomas at wideout. Damar Kane as well. And a line of Darnell LaCamera, Carleo Lowe, Levon Crumby, Harry Parker Jr., and Natavian Wells.
Hickory defense up front, Samord Shakur, Spencer Lee, Luke Lewis. The linebackers, Jakai King, Matthew Myers, Trevor Borowitz. Rovers, Kelvin Morrison. Secondary, Xander Tellez, Bobby Maynard, Jamal Calhoun, and Jaden Phillips.
Amir Thomas in there as a wideout, 3 to the right. Phillips, lone receiver to the left. Shotgun for Pegues on 1st and 10. Handoff to Johnson, left side. Shakes out of a tackle to the 30. And now spun down with a flag around the 35. I don't know if they got shoulder pad or helmet there or face mask, but definitely got the oohs and ahs of the crowd and the flag right away on the tackle.
Yeah, it could be even a horse collar or face mask of some sort. Definitely going to be against Hickory. I think it's going to be the horse collar. Johnson got 10 yards on the run. And Joe Lombardi will let us know.
Yep. He got the hand up into the shoulder pads and grabbed them by the pad, so the horse collar tackle will move 15 extra yards to what Bob said was that 10-yard run. And Farrell is quickly into Hickory territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, gang, I've got a break there for Farrell. Just like that, 25-yard pickup down to the Hickory 45-yard line. 5:38 to go here, first quarter. Hickory on top, 7-0.
Kane and Jones will go to the right side to join Thomas. One back in the set is Johnson, shotgun for Pegues. Phillips, the lone receiver, left, 1st and 10 from the Hickory 45-yard line. Pegues will hand off, and this time Johnson, with nowhere to go, is going to run right into that big Hickory defensive line and lose a yard on the play.
That was Matthew Myers here, the middle linebacker, sniffed that play out. Be a 1 yard loss for Johnson, and it'll be 2nd and 11 here for Farrell.
Lewis will check out for Hickory. Shakur now on the nose for the Hornets. 2nd down and 11. Thomas and Jones to the right side, Phillips to the near side. Wing near side is Boatwright for Farrell. 2nd down and 11 from the 46-yard line of Hickory. And Pegues with a clap, and everybody moves, and what's our flag? Hickory pointing at Farrell.
Umpire Steve Hoover letting Joe Lombardi know.
It's a procedure call. Yep, false start will go against Farrell.
Looking around the stadium here, and I don't think there's a spot on the fence. Not many seats, of any, and then there's no spots on the fences right now. Fans are still coming in. And a lot of media here tonight, but fans still pack the house. So that's kind of cool.
2nd down and 16. Having that time of COVID and when you couldn't come, it's nice to see people coming back out to games. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left for Farrell. 1 receiver left is Jones. Pegues takes the snap. Looking right, now looking left, now flips it to Johnson. Johnson trying to get away and going to be wrapped up and pulled down. Shakur there and Phillips there as well to knock him down for a loss on the play.
He'll lose about 3 yards on the play. Little chippiness after, a lot of emotions, you should imagine, between these two programs. And it'll be a loss of 3, so it'll be 3rd and long now for Farrell.
And Pegues just tried to dump it in the flat to Jules Johnson, and Hickory there to read it. Had a man on him and able to hold on. So it'll be 3rd down, and caught it about 19 here. Farrell needs to get to the Hickory 35-yard line. Phillips will go with Jamar Kane to the right side, Jones to the left side. Shotgun for Pegues. He'll take the snap and look, pressure coming, fakes and now get hit and sacked. Ben Walls is on him back inside the 35.
Boy, Pegues tried to get the ball out, but just did not have time as Ben Walls was right in his face. It'll be a loss of about 10 yards. It'll be 4th and real long, and Farrell will have to punt it away.
About 4th and 30. Looked like they tried to set up a screen pass, but Walls just quickly in there. Pegues gave a little pump fake. Walls had his hands up, just didn't feel comfortable letting it go, and took the sack rather than the disaster of maybe turning the ball over back at the 35. So it'll be Marshall back to punt. Jason Marshall Jr. stands at the 25 for Farrell. Takes a low snap, finally gathers it, now trying to run, now in trouble, hit and dropped at the 29-yard line, and Hickory will take over right there.
A loss of 6 more yards on the bad snap, so Hickory takes over at the Farrell 29-yard line in golden opportunity time.
Christian Dungy was there to make another special teams play for Hickory. The snap was low, and Marshall just really never could get it. Tried to run, and there was no chance. Hickory will have the ball at the Farrell 29.
We talked about the inexperience, definitely more youth on this Farrell team. And Hickory, some experience in big games and maybe some little butterflies here early on for this Farrell team.
Hickory will be back out on offense. They went 11 plays, 57 yards for a touchdown their first time that they had it. Move left to right with Morrison back into the backfield. 3 receivers load that left side in Bromley, Phillips, and Borowitz. Snap to Telez, handoff Morrison, big hole, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Hornets on the run by Calvin Morrison.
29 yards for Morrison as he goes into the end zone to give Hickory a 13-0 lead.
So right off the special teams play that thwarted the punt, Hickory with a short field and 1 play on the drive, the Calvin Morrison touchdown.
Big turn of events here. And Hickory now up 2 scores still in this first quarter.
Hickory will bring out the kicker, Stanford, Logan Stanford, to try to tack onto a point. Hickory with a 13-0 lead. Tellez will be the holder. Goal to our right. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. With 3 minutes and 1 second to go in the first quarter, it is now Hickory 14, Farrell nothing. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Well, a one-play drive for the Hornets, a 29-yard touchdown run by Kelvin Morrison. An extra point by Logan Stanford. Hickory leads 14-0.
Morrison last year as a freshman exploded on the scene. Averaged over 8 yards per carry last year, 9 touchdowns. 4 carries for 43 yards here in this first quarter and a touchdown. And Hickory takes advantage of the mistake by Farrell on special teams to go up 14-0.
Dean and Johnson and Phillips to return the kick for Farrell. Stanford has it teed up at his own 40. 3:01 to go here on this first quarter clock, and Hickory with a 14-0 lead. Stanford. Low line drive kick goes over the head of Dean, bounces to the 10, bounces back to about the 8-yard line, grabbed by Johnson there. Johnson makes a man miss at the 10, to the 15, makes another man miss, and then he's dropped down at about the 17-yard line. There's a flag back there as well, inside the 15.
And that does not bode well for the return team normally in these cases. Normally maybe an illegal block. The ball spotted right now at the 16. So if it's anticipated, it might go half the distance.
Joe Lombardi, our referee. You may or may not hear him.
It's a legal block in the back against Farrell, so it will be half the distance.
So Farrell first down, but now in the shadow of their goalpost. They'll start this drive at the 7-yard line. Freshman quarterback Aaron Pegues wears number 1 on his yellow Farrell uniform. Sophomore quarterback Aaron Pegues. First-year starter. To the right, out wide right is Amir Thomas. Julius Phillips to the near side matches up against Jaden Phillips. Shotgun for Pegues with Johnson beside him. It'll be a handoff to Joels Johnson up the middle, short yardage, and so get to about the 10-yard line.
I think that was big number 88, Alex Flickinger, with the tackle there. The 6'3", 241-pound senior.
It's on the left end. Flickinger joined the team partway through the season last year. A couple big plays down the stretch and into the playoffs for Flickinger at that defensive line spot.
Really had good penetration there, and Johnson ain't really able to do anything positive. Does get a couple. It'll be second down and call it 7.
2 receivers will go to the right side. On the second down play, shotgun for Pegues. Pegues with a blitz coming, hands to Johnson, gets away from Lewis in the backfield, works to his right, he's got room, to the 15, to the 20, 25, still on his feet, 30, 35, and spins down and out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Hickory blitz, try to go after the young quarterback, and a great play call by Farrell, and Johnson will pick up about 30 yards on the run, out to the 40-yard line.
Now, Hickory came with a blitz up the middle, and Johnson made the move to make Myers miss, and when he did, it was a free run to that outside, got all the way up to the 40-yard line on the first down run, and the biggest play for Farrell yet. 1st and 10 for Farrell at the 40-yard line, their own 40.
2 minutes to go, 2:01 to go here, first quarter. Hickory on top, 14-0.
Phillips will go wide to their right side, a wing to the right as well. Shotgun for Pegues, movement up front. Farrell moved, Hickory moved. Who moved first?
And
appears that it was Farrell.
Officials are going to talk it over right now.
So it'll be a penalty against the Farrell Steelers. They'll march it back.
So it'll be legal procedure. Encroachment.
Oh, no, they did call it against Hickory. So, no, they have discussed and flipped it the other way. Farrell had backed up 10 yards. We'll go the other way. A 5-yard penalty against Hickory. They moved first. They had movement both sides and determined that Hickory jumped first, so 5-yard penalty.
And actually, yeah, it could look like Farrell was moving backwards. And we just went by their signal there that it was on them.
One receiver White to the right, and wing to the left, and a handoff up the middle. And it's Johnson, and Johnson on what is 1st and 5 will get about 3 yards on the carry up the middle to about the 48-yard line.
Hornets, not much room there. Borowitz, Myers on the tackle.
1:51 on the first quarter clock. Hickory 14, Farrell nothing. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Farrell just short of midfield. Phillips will head out to the right side and go wide right. Stevie Dean will come near side. Officials taking timeout for the moment.
One quick update. End of 1. Mercer and Franklin are scoreless. Only other game going on involving a Mercer County team. Earlier today, Kennedy Catholic with just 12 players. Give them credit for battling, but they lose to Cambridge Springs 67-0.
2nd down and 2 here for Farrell. Big East with Johnson to his left. Hard count. Flag comes in. Well, there's definitely movement, and who moved?
Dead ball. Ball start. Number 22.
This will go against Farrell this time, and they'll back up.
5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
I'm just going to wait for the officials that time. And Farrell going to check in Jason Marshall into the lineup.
Couldn't tell. Normally the official kind of throw their flag one way or the other. He just dropped it straight down, so I couldn't really tell. I couldn't guess.
Last time we tried to guess and we were wrong.
I know.
So we were just slow that time, and we were slow and steady, and we waited, got it right. Farrell also with Christopher Bennett in the lineup now as a tight end as well. So we've got receivers wide to each side on 2nd down now 7. Snap to Pegues. Hand to Johnson trying to get outside. Left side. Stutter steps, got the corner. 45, 50. Flag behind a play to the 40, to the 35. And down inside the 35-yard line.
And Shakur is pointing. It's on Farrell. So he's pointing back. So we'll see. But a big pickup of 27 yards for Johnson. But the flag sitting right now at the 50. And Farrell is definitely moving back this time.
It's a hold.
Number 6. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Start the foul.
So it'll be from the spot of the foul, which was the 50. So the ball goes back to the 40. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd down.
It goes from the spot if it's beyond the line of scrimmage. It goes from the line of scrimmage if the foul occurs behind now.
Correct. That is a new rule, which we like a lot.
Draven and Andrade in action at right tackle now for Farrell.
No more of those 1st and 29s.
True, at least not from a hold. A couple of receivers will go to the right side now. Dean will switch sides. Dorian Kane now in there as well as a wing to the left side. Farrell using a lot of players trying to settle in on offense, and now maybe have a delay of game to go with it.
They do.
So delay of game on Farrell going to add 5 more yards to what was 2nd down and 10.
5th flag on Farrell, I believe, in his first quarter. 4th flag, no, 6th flag, excuse me. So 6 flags on Farrell here. So that's a young team, a lot of inexperience. No surprise, it's week 1.
Phillips will break out and go wide to the right. Thomas on that side as well. Also going to the right side is Dorian Kane. To the near side, Stevie Dean. Johnson, the back, he's right beside the quarterback, Pegues, on 2nd and 15. Pegues back to pass. Looks, and now runs to his right. Stops, throws, gets hit. Pass is incomplete, nearly intercepted. Went off the hands of Stevie Dean, and then nearly picked by the Hornets. And a flag on the play as well.
It's in the backfield. Tellez with a big hit on Pegues as he threw the ball. I don't think it's that.
I think the flag came down before he threw the ball.
I think it's going to be a holding here. Now,
hit, yeah.
Joe Lombardi talking to Bill Dungy with the options. It would be either 3rd and 15 with an incompleted pass or 2nd and maybe 25.
Let's sort it out.
Legal block in the back. Offense.
Penalty going to be decline on the illegal block in the back against Hickory. So they will go with the 3rd down and 15.
Against Farrell. So Hickory declines a penalty. And it'll be 3rd and 15. No surprise there. I mean, it's 3rd and 15. That's pretty good. 37 seconds to go here in this first quarter. 14-0 Hickory.
Thomas will go wide to the right side. Phillips wide left side. Slots to each side. And a wing as well as Johnson will load up the right side. So 5 wides now. Nobody with Pegues. Back to pass. Looks, fires near side. Over everybody. Intended for Julius Phillips and over his head. And out of bounds and 4th down for Farrell.
Yeah, trying to get Julius Phillips in play here if they can. But just not able to connect early on. You could see Julius coming off the field a little frustrated. As Farrell will punt it away here, trailing 14-0.
Jason Marshall will be the punter. The last time the snap was pretty high. He had to go up with one hand, try to catch it. Or excuse me, it was low, skip back to him, and he couldn't hang on to it. And finally grabbed it and got tackled. Hickory does have Jaden Phillips back to return at about the 40-yard line. Here's a good snap this time. Marshall's kick is nearly blocked. Gets the kick away. Fair catch called for and made by Phillips at about the 37-yard line. Actually mark him at about the 38. So Hickory will take over. 1st and 10 at the 38 with a 14-0 lead.
And mistakes piling up here for the Farrell Steelers. And, that's, you expect some mistakes, but they start piling up. Right now, Farrell was 6 flags for 33 yards in the first quarter. Those are tough to overcome. Those are drive killers. And there's no doubt Farrell needs to clean up their game if they have any thoughts of coming back here tonight. I know it's early, but...
We've seen some flashes. They've had some good runs. We've had a couple positive plays. A couple of Benny race via penalty, though.
So Hickory with a couple touchdowns here on 2 drives.
Probably Borowitz and Phillips all to the left. It's a handoff, and it's up the middle. And that's Morrison. And Morrison was just a couple of yards of the 40-yard line and then being pushed back.
I think you'll get maybe 2, and that could be the end of the first quarter.
It'll be up to Hickory if they want to try to run another play. Looked like Bill Dungy was pointing at the play clock, and both teams are going to the sideline, so no further play here in the first quarter. We'll take the quarter break. First quarter over with the score. Hickory 14, Farrell nothing. Back with quarter 2, and we return on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Are you looking to finally buy that boat, motorcycle, ATV, or new car? Then check out the low rates on a summer toys loan at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Embark on the epic adventures you've been dreaming of with a loan that rates as low as 5.75% APR. Terms up to 84 months. Receive up to $100 with a refinance from another lender. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender. Apply for a summer toys loan in person or online 24/7 at gcafcu.org.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Back here at the Pegues Sports Complex, Palikas Stadium, Falcone Field. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg, Lee Gross on camera, Ryan Briggs on live stats, and Aaron Biro back at the studio. Aaron's been there all day working hard from Coach's Corner and out of football tonight. And Bob, good first quarter for the Hornets. 14-0 Hickory leads against Farrell.
Yeah, 98 total yards for Hickory on 13 plays in that first quarter. took advantage of a big mistake by Farrell on a botched snap on a punt, and they go 29 yards to score on one play. Farrell with 32 yards on 11 plays, and those 6 penalties are looking big right now on the score sheet.
So it'll be Hickory football. 2 of 2 on their drives for touchdowns on this young season. Phillips will come to the near side with Bromley. Morrison the back in the set for Hickory. He'll stand to the right of Telez in the shotgun. Telez with a fake handoff, and a keeper dives forward and may have lost a yard on the play back to the 39.
Yeah, he did lose a yard there. Dunbar with the nice tackle. So Hickory now once again, 3rd down and 9. 1 of 2 so far here tonight on third down conversions.
Farrell runs Noah Turner onto the field here on 3rd down and long. Michael Reardon now in the game as a wideout. He'll come near side for Hickory. 2 to left, now 3 to left, and movement up front. And we'll see what the call is. As the flags come in prior to the snap.
Before the snap, false start, number 7, offense, 5-yard penalty.
That's going to be on.
I think Borowitz is the one that's reacting. Looked like he was moving backwards right before the snap to try to maybe reset, and the flag came in as soon as he moved. He thought he didn't create a foul, but nonetheless, it goes backwards, and Hickory now 3rd down and about 14.
So the Hornets already a couple big conversions in this game, and they do it again here on 3rd and 14 from their own 34.
So 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, screen pass near side, and over the head of Morrison. He could not bring it into the 30-yard line. Had some blockers over there. Farrell also had a defender in the area, and Dorian Kane, but it won't matter in Hickory with their first punting situation.
6'3", 265-pound Carleo Lowe, Newcastle transfer, and already got an offer to Akron. Was there in front of Telez, and his size kind of made Telez throw that ball a little bit higher than he hoped for. No question, played an impact on that incompletion.
Johnson, Dean, and Phillips drop deep to return the punt. Sebastian Bromley will stand inside the 20 as the Hickory punter. Snap is handled, kick is away, end over end toward the Farrell side, the Hickory sideline, and actually into the first row of the bleachers. So we'll see where it went out when the officials mark it off.
And then Hornet fan catches the ball. Unlike baseball, you can't keep it.
He didn't try. He gave it back.
Didn't try.
Didn't even try to keep it. Gave it back right away.
So the
looks like they're going to mark it out of bounds short of midfield.
At the Hickory 44-yard line.
Oh, wow.
So that was a very short punt.
Out of bounds at the 44. 10 yards officially on the punt. They try to angle it away, and that's the risk sometimes with high school punters. When you try to kick it away, you'll get it out of bounds, but you may not get much on the angle. So Farrell will load up the right side with a couple of receivers. 1st and 10 in Hickory territory. And Pegues will hand off to Johnson, left side, and he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, pulled down. May have lost about a half a yard on the play.
There's big Luke Lewis there, 6'2", 310-pounder, blowing up that blocking scheme by Farrell.
And then Ja'Kai King, the sophomore linebacker, able to help finish it off. It is a loss on the play back to the 45. We'll call it 2nd down and 11. Hickory 14, Farrell nothing, 10:23 to go here in this first half of action.
Mercer has taken a 6-0 lead over Franklin. 6:04 to go in the first half. Puskar on a 5-yard touchdown run. Coach Jeff Lockhart's squad up in Venango County here tonight.
Jones and Thomas will come to the near side for Farrell. Fake handoff. Pegues getting pressure, getting hit, getting dropped. Borowitz with the sack knocks him down back inside the 45.
A loss of about 13 yards on the play, and Trevor Borowitz, my goodness. And Pegues had no chance at all, and it's a huge loss, and it'll be 3rd and long here for Farrell.
Yeah, off the edge as the linebacker. Borowitz Shot in for the sack. They'll mark it back at the 42-yard line, and 3rd and forever now for Farrell. Thomas will go wide to the left. To the near side is Kane. Phillips a slot to the right side. Play clock is down to 5. Pegues will take the snap, roll to his right, looking down the field, now runs it 45 and out of bounds short of midfield. And will set up a 3rd down and medium.
Actually, maybe 4th down.
Actually, 4th down, and it's not. I was looking at the first stick.
Yeah.
It was not. They still have a way to go. It was 25 to go. He got within about 7 yards of the first stick, so we're still contending about 17 yards for the 1st down and 4th down.
And there was really nobody open downfield.
No.
Aaron Pegues looked and then made the best decision just to pick up some yardage here. As Farrell will punt it away again here, this time from their own 49. 9:10 to go here, first half. Hickory on top, 14-0.
Phillips deep to return. Khalil Houston as well. The snap comes on one bounce. Marshall gets it away. It's a short punt. It's going to bounce at about the 30, and Farrell will down it at the 28-yard line.
So about a punt of 23 yards, so Hickory will take over. It's the 15th time that Farrell and Hickory have played all time. Thanks to Professor Briggs for these stats. Farrell leads the series 10-4. Farrell won last year, we mentioned, 26-7. Last time Hickory has won was back in 2013. And we have a media timeout.
So we'll take a timeout of the action. We're back with more after this break. Hickory 14 and Farrell nothing. 9:03 to go in the first half. On your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and on Facebook Live.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Back here at Farrell, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Lee Gross on camera on the Facebook Live feed on the Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page. Aaron Byro back at the studio, and right behind us, Ryan Briggs with live stats on ProfessorBriggs.com. Hickory with a 14-0 lead over Farrell. Hickory scoring on a Xander Tellez 2-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Borowitz, a Logan Stanford extra point kick, and a 29-yard run by Kelvin Morrison, and another Stanford kick for the 14-0 edge.
And finishing my history between the two programs, the first time these two teams played was 69 years ago, 1955. Farrell won 32-0. So 10-4 all time, and Hickory hasn't won in 11 years.
Tellez with Morrison on his right hip. Bromley to the left, Phillips wide to the right. First down and 10. Fake handoff, keeper for Tellez up the middle, across the 30-yard line. On the lunge, they'll mark him right at the 30-yard line for a gain of a couple.
You know, when you look at the early part of the season, and we've done this for a long time, I always look at the teams that have veteran quarterbacks and veteran offensive line players. And Hickory checks both of those boxes going into this game, and I really felt that gave him a significant edge over Farrell here tonight, and so far it's played out. Farrell obviously has got some talent, but so far Hickory's able to make the more efficient plays.
And right now, the fewer number of mistakes are in the early going. Phillips wide to the right. Bromley to the left. Shotgun. Pistol set, actually, and a fake handoff to Morrison. Tellez will flip it out. Phillips makes the catch. Breaks a tackle 35. Still on his feet to the 40. Knocked down from behind. But a first down catch out to the 42.
12 yards here from Tellez to Jaden Phillips. Phillips didn't play offense as a freshman. It's kind of a Bill Dungy role. You only play one side, and I talked to a few people, talked to Coach Dungy in the offseason. He said Phillips, he could have a big breakout year in the offensive side like he did on the defensive side last year. And we saw his first catch here for 12 yards and a first down.
You see Coach Dungy teams as well try to really spread the ball around, get a lot of guys involved offensively. We've seen that so far in this one. 1st and 10 Hickory from their own 42. Receivers wide to each side. Borowitz is the tight end on that left side. Here's a hand to Morrison and knocked down quickly, as with penetration into the backfield, that time Darnell LaCamera.
LaCamera, the 6', 255-pound junior, with another tackle here in this first half. Having a solid game.
You talk about Farrell experience, and one of the things that Lou Falcone mentioned to me before, he said, we have a small squad. We've got 40 guys, and that means everybody's playing every day. Nobody's standing around. He says they get better and better every day. They play a lot, and you get a lot of the freshmen and sophomores that get action for the Farrell team throughout the years, so they grow up quickly in a season.
People hear that and say, wait, 40 guys is a small team? What are you talking about? A lot of teams would take that.
Here's a handoff to Morrison, pushing up the middle.
Ball's
and the
out.
ball may have come out there. They did not. I don't think they blew him down. And wait for an official call. We have no signal. And now they do. Ball came out. Farrell football. At about the 44-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, but Farrell takes over on the Hickory turnover.
I'm not sure who recovered that. And Morrison now with a cramp, which could have caused that. Looks like it's going to be Dunbar that recovered it for Farrell. And there's an injury timeout. We'll keep it right here for a moment to kind of recap that. And, Morrison trying to get extra effort there. And somebody ripped the ball out, and Dunbar recovered it. And clearly no whistle. Officials checked with each other quickly and confirmed. And so Farrell with a much-needed break here, forcing a turnover to take over at the Hickory 43-yard line.
We'll take a media timeout, so we'll take a break as well in the turnover. Farrell football will be at the 43-yard line of Hickory when we come back. Hickory 14, Farrell nothing on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press?
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
We're back here at Farrell's Big East Sports Complex. Palikas Stadium, Falcone Field. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. Still have that injury timeout. Morrison still having that cramp looked at.
Saw a picture earlier today. Ken Moyer posted it. Thought it was a great picture. It was a picture earlier today, maybe late this morning, of Lou Falcone here at the field all by himself, cleaning up, just finding up a little bit of garbage and just picking up stuff off the ground.
Yeah, I talked to him about that. I said, I saw your picture this morning. He said, yeah, he said, somebody dropped the bottle and there's glass everywhere. He says, somebody got to clean that up. So he grabbed the broom and cleaned it up himself. He said, been working here all day, making sure the complex is ready. The press box on the far side, brand new, but not quite ready yet.
Yeah, they still have a few pieces left to finish, so not done yet. And we're really, when that's finished off here, hard to argue that there's a better complex anywhere in a 2 or 3 county area.
1st and 10, Farrell handed Johnson left side, tripped up as Christian Dungy comes up to get the ankle tackle, but Johnson able to dive forward to about the 38-yard line.
Tell you what, Christian Dungy, the freshman, son of the head coach, has made some plays here so far tonight, and I'm sure coach / father got to be happy with what he's seen so far.
2nd down, we'll call it 5. Piggies takes the high snap. He'll hand to Johnson. Same play, left side, cut back inside the 35, down to the 30-yard line. 1st down, Farrell. He's down to the 28. Couple of positive runs for Joel Johnson working that left side. They'll mark it at the 28-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Farrell.
And fans celebrating like we are that the sun is just about gone now. Made it rather hot here for a little bit.
There's a turn, another handoff. Johnson again going to the left side, bangs it to the outside, dives across the 25-yard line, inside the 25, and down to at least the 24.
Farrell getting into some rhythm here offensively and finding something on that left side of the offensive line. Getting a little bit of push on that side. The camera low. Doing a good job here the last couple plays blocking.
Second down, we'll call it 6. Snap to Pegues, hand to Johnson. This time goes up the middle. He's got a hole inside the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. On his feet to the end zone for a Farrell touchdown.
24 yards for Juju Johnson, and the Farrell Steelers take advantage of the Hickory turnover to cut it to 14-6.
That time took it right up the middle. Nice little cutback. Able to break a couple of tackles and spin into the end zone for Farrell's first score of the year.
A much-needed score for Farrell.
And Elijah Jackson, the freshman, will come on to attempt the extra point. Sonny Puga will hold. Goal to our right. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. And with 5 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the first half, it is Hickory 14, and it's Farrell 7. And we're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Farrell drive was 4 plays, 43 yards in a minute 22 for the Joels Johnson touchdown run of 24 yards. Elijah Jackson with the point after, and it's a 14-7 Hickory lead over Farrell.
And looking at Johnson now, 11 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Having a huge first half for the Steelers as they cut it back to 7-point difference.
Kickoff is short, grabbed by Dungy at the 28-yard line to the 30. Stays on his feet outside 35. He's on his feet to the 40. He's got a sideline. He's going to go. 30, 20, 10, 5, and a touchdown for Christian Dungy.
Oh my goodness, the kickoff return by Dungy. We'll get the official yardage on that, but Hickory with a huge special teams play. The coach's son, the freshman, makes it 20-7.
72 yards on the kickoff return by Dungy as he weaved down the left side, and then when he got to about midfield, it was a sprint, and nobody could catch the freshman number 10, and Hickory answers the Farrell touchdown with a kickoff return score.
He kind of got caught up in a kind of a pile there. Then once he was able to get through that initial wave at about the 50, it was off to the races, and Dungy showing his speed. My goodness. His dad right now, the coach, he is going to be on cloud 9 right now. And Hickory with a huge play to go back up 2 scores.
Stanford sets up for the extra point attempt at the goal to our left out of the hold of Xander Telez. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. With 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the first half, Hickory extends the lead. It's Hickory 21, it's Farrell 7. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Are you looking to finally buy that boat, motorcycle, ATV, or new car? Then check out the low rates on a summer toys loan at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Embark on the epic adventures you've been dreaming of with a loan that rates as low as 5.75% APR. Terms up to 84 months. Receive up to $100 with a refinance from another lender. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender. Apply for a summer toys loan in person or online 24/7 at gcafcu.org.
We are all unique. No matter what, you should know that the Community Counseling Center of Mercer County is always here for you, offering care for adults, children, and families. For 67 years, the mission has been to help individuals and families live healthy and fulfilling lives. And the vision is to help people become contributors to the social, spiritual, and economic well-being of our community. Community Counseling Center of Mercer County, 724-981-7141 or cccmer.org.
From the Shell Restoration Studios at shellrestoration.com. This is Sports Radio 96.7. Sports Radio 96.7. WLLF FM Mercer, a Cumulus media station. The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Christian Dungy with a 72-yard kickoff return. Stanford with the point after. Hickory 21, Farrell 7. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg here from Farrell. Big play, a couple of special teams play already in this game by Dungy.
And pregame, we talked about the speed of Hickory with Morrison and Calhoun, but never talked about Dungy, and he had the biggest, speediest play of the game.
Stanford's kick to the 25-yard line. It's Dean to the 30, Dean to the 35, still on his feet at the 40-yard line, makes a man miss to the 45, and finally knocked down there. Bromley will pull him down, but all the way out to Farrell, 45-yard line. Farrell scored on their last drive. Finally got the offense in gear on the running of Johnson. And now we'll start in good field position at their own 45.
Franklin has scored on a 46-yard touchdown pass. Franklin leads Mercer at the half, 7-6.
So first and 10, Farrell. Mark it officially at the 45-yard line. They need to adjust the chains. They'll need to move them back a yard, and they do. Phillips wide to the left side. Jones to the near side. And it's a handoff to Johnson working the right side. 45, 50. And he spun down, actually on top of the pile. Finally pulled down and stopped at the 46-yard line. Lewis had him underneath, but kind of spun him around. He ended up back on top of Lewis before finally play blown dead just short of the 45 of Hickory. And Hickory going to take a timeout.
So Hickory looking for some adjustments here as defensive coordinator Matt Snyder wants to talk to his team.
Take a timeout in the action with 4:45 to go in the first half. Hickory 21, Farrell 7. Back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services. Warner Homes and Improvements offers roofing repairs, improvements, and installations. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. You can depend on Warner's Home and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Hickory did a good job in that first quarter defending the run, but Farrell has found something here in the second quarter. As Johnson continues to rip off good yardage, it'll be a second down and 1 for Farrell, trailing 21-7.
Jules Johnson now with 103 yards rushing in this first half on 12 carries.
Receivers are wide to each side. Pegues takes the shotgun snap, hands to Johnson up the middle. Johnson slips a tackle. He's to the 40. He's cut back at the 35. Still on his feet, still running inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line with a first down run.
Another big run of about 16 yards for Johnson. His offensive line beginning to do a much better job here. And Johnson doing the rest himself with his special skill set as the Farrell Steelers trying to answer the Hickory kickoff return for a touchdown.
Farrell had some pre-snap penalty issues in that first quarter. They've settled down here in quarter two, and Johnson taking full advantage of fine blocking up front. Phillips will go wide to left. Jones to the right side. H-back is Boatwright. Johnson to the right of Pegues. They'll hand it again to Johnson. Left side, good cutback, 25. Still on his feet. Running to the 20. Tries to dive over a man and be pulled down right at about the 20-yard line. And a trip into the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville red zone for the Farrell Steelers, about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, really no surprise here. Johnson's been their bell cow so far, and he's going to get a breather, looks like, on this next play as he will come out. But he's had a sensational first half as Farrell has it 2nd and 1 at the Hickory 20.
Into the backfield, Dorian Kane. Stand to the left of Pegues. Phillips wide left, and now looks like Farrell wants a timeout. So Farrell will take a timeout. We will do the same. With 3:33 to go in the first half of action, it's Hickory 21. It's Farrell 7. We're back with more in a moment in your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Are you looking to finally buy that boat, motorcycle, ATV, or new car? Then check out the low rates on a summer toys loan at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Embark on the epic adventures you've been dreaming of with a loan that rates as low as 5.75% APR. Terms up to 84 months. Receive up to $100 with a refinance from another lender. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender. Apply for a summer toys loan in person or online 24/7 at gcafcu.org.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Back here at Farrell, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg, Lee Gross on our Facebook camera up top of the press box. Aaron Byro spinning the dials at the studio, and Ryan Briggs on ProfessorBriggs.com with live stats. Hickory with a 21-7 lead over Farrell, but Farrell driving as they're down to the Hickory 20-yard line on a 2nd down and about 2.
And really, as you mentioned, a couple big special teams plays for Hickory. The difference here so far tonight.
Kane the back in the set. They'll give him right side 20. Slips through a tackle down to about the 16-yard line. Dorian Kane on that carry. Joel Johnson now checks back into the lineup for Farrell. He has been the bell cow back in this one for the Steelers.
Myers here at the tackle for Hickory as the clock continues to wind here. We're down to 3:15 to go in this first half.
From the 16-yard line, Julius Phillips will go wide to the left side. No wide out on that right side. A wing and a H-back to the right. Hand to Johnson. Johnson going to be ripped down this time in the backfield. Hickory had the penetration. As Shakur, they will make the play. Lost his helmet on the play. He's under the pile, and they'll finish him off. Shakur now slow to get up.
I think he has a cramp. And Shakur, the big guy, he wrapped his big mitts around Johnson, and Johnson not able to get away. And then Shakur cramping up there. So there'll be another injury timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Loss of a couple on the play. It'll set up a 2nd down and 12. And really, that's the first time in a while we've seen that Hickory defensive front do anything to kind of slow up Farrell. But Shakur that time with a good play and able to get hands on Johnson in the backfield, and then help arrive to knock him down.
Last night we were down at Wilmington, and we have just one cramp. We didn't have many cramps at all last night with the Wilmington-Greenville game.
I think just a couple in the game, no more than 2. And a little bit hotter today than it was last night, but a couple players going down on both sides with some cramping issues early on, and seems to be the norm in the early season in the summer months.
Talked about some of the renovation here at McGee Sports Complex. In addition to the press box, a whole new section of bleachers on the far side was renovated, brand new, and they just got a clearance on those bleachers to be eligible to be able to be used tonight. So they got a 30-day, at least, I guess, a temporary inspection was passed. So that would have been interesting if half the bleachers weren't available.
Yeah, there's certainly not room for everybody that's over there to come over here.
No.
That's for sure. And I don't know if they'll let them stand by the fence or whatever, but wouldn't be a lot of viewing. There's already a lot of people standing on the fence as is. And they recognize on the near side, they had a new banner for, recognizing some of the Farrell State track teams as well on the press box here on the home side.
Just the state championship team.
Yep.
1988 Farrell State championship team.
And then up above, some others on another banner up top. So make it look nice here at Farrell, recognizing the past and just an amazing complex. We talked about 40 on the team being a small team. Well, when you think about it in relative, would other teams like to have 40? Yeah, but it just means everybody's in action. Everybody's practicing all the time, as Lou Falcone said that. But here's another thought. There's only 80 boys in 9th and 12th grades at Farrell. 40 of them play football. So half of the population of the boys at Farrell are playing football as they help Shakur and his cramps off the field.
Good to see Dr. Rob Malteri out there, the longtime Farrell team doctor. 40-plus years.
Two wings on that right side, a tight end over there as well. Shotgun for Pegues, moving up front on the hard count. And let's see what the call is.
I think Farrell moved. No.
This will go against Hickory. So the hard count by Pegues, able to get Hickory to jump offside, add 5 to what was a second down and long, and now it's not quite as long as it's just about second down and 7 here. Phillips will go wide to the left. We're going to have Thomas tight on that right side. Extra lineman to that right side. Boat right there is a wing back. And now Farrell moved on the left side.
Yep, left tackle moved. And the penalties continue to pile up here tonight. Let's get the official count. I think that's 12 total. 7 on Farrell, 5 on Hickory. And that's, one scrimmage, first game.
Yeah. So get 5, lose 5 on back-to-back penalties for Farrell. And now they'll have the ball back in about the 19 of Hickory on second down and 13.
Sloppy play is commonplace week 1 in most cases.
And Farrell will overload that right side. 3 linemen and a wing. Snap and the handoff to Johnson up the middle. Big hole to the 20, to the 10. A stiff arm and a lean and a hop and another lean and finally pulled out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Oh my, what a run. It could have been maybe a face mask there on Johnson at the end. Either way, it doesn't matter. He's down inside the 5, down to the 4. It'll be first and goal now for the Farrell Steelers.
Well, they really couldn't get Johnson down and finally were able to bang him out of bounds. He never really did truly go down on the field. First in goal for Farrell. Johnson to the right of Pegues, and what do we got?
Hickory timeout.
Hickory takes a timeout. We'll do the same with 2:13 to go in the first half. It is Hickory 21, Farrell 7, but Farrell at first and goal when we come back on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
The Shenango Valley has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Mailer Insurance. Through generations of trust, Mailer Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Mailer Insurance got you covered. Call Mailer Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
2:13 to go in the first half. Farrell with a first and goal from the Hickory 5. Hickory 21, Farrell 7. Hickory scoring on a Xander Telez 2-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Borowitz and a 29-yard run by Kelvin Morrison in the first quarter. Stanford with a couple of point after. And then Hickory answering a Jules Johnson touchdown with a Kristen Dungy kickoff return for a score. Farrell right here knocking on the door.
Farrell now has outgained Hickory in this game, 119 to 112.
Johnson the back beside Pegues. He's to his right. Long snap count. Handoff up the middle. Johnson spins. He just won't go down. He's pushing and he's down to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 1. Boy, there's a lot of white shirts hitting him, but he just doesn't go down.
And he spun and then finally got swarmed under, down to about the 1. Spinning in that part of the field is always dangerous. Sometimes you get a blindside hit, but Johnson just keep doing his thing. And now, player getting up slow, I think he'll be okay.
Is that Shakur again? Nope, that was King, slow to get up for Hickory. They'll reset the play clock. Johnson now over 140 yards in this first half rushing. And now they are going to send Shakur off.
Lots of stoppages here in this last few minutes between injuries and penalties.
Hickory will bring in Big Joey Garm, 6'5", 365, to the middle of that defense, alongside Luke Lewis. Second down and 2 for Farrell.
1:29 to go here, first half.
And it's the Wildcat with Johnson looking to take the snap. Johnson takes the snap. Johnson up the middle. Johnson dives for the goal, and he's short. He did not get in. Side judge comes in and just short of the goal.
Tellez was in the backfield there and just got a hand on the ankle of Juju Johnson.
So they'll mark him just short of the goal. Farrell fans do not like that call.
So it'll be
from both sides, they came in with it short. They will leave Johnson out there as a Wildcat quarterback with Dean to his right, Phillips going wide to the left. Third down and goal for Farrell, ball inside the 1. Snap to Johnson, running right, dives for the goal, and he's in for a touchdown. Jules Johnson scores from a yard out.
And the Farrell Steelers answer the big kickoff return with a long drive to cut it back to one score here, 21-13 with 32 seconds to go in the first half.
And Johnson with the bulk of the yards on that touchdown drive. As you said, Farrell cutting into that Hickory lead, now 21-13, and Eliza Jackson coming on to attempt the extra point at the goal to our right. Who got a hold. Snap is back, ball is down, and that kick is partially blocked and no good. So getting in there off the edge, I think that was Calhoun to get a hand on it, and the kick no good.
So a big miss there makes it an 8-point game with 32 seconds to go in the half.
Take a break. We're back with more in a moment. Hickory 21, Farrell 13, your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The Joneses are at it again. That's the third party this week.
Well, of course they can throw all those parties.
What's that supposed to mean?
They just got that new deck.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
I want a new deck. Hey!
Warner's Homes and Improvements bring a whole new meaning to backyard barbecues. Warner's Trex decking are engineered to resist fading, scratches, and stains, and eliminate time-consuming maintenance. For a custom-built Trex deck, make it Warner's Homes and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
Oh my.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Short kickoff, and Hickory makes the plays. They'll grab it in all kind of traffic at the 42-yard line. As we come back to action here, the touchdown for Joel Johnson, his second of the game. 55 yards on the drive, and 9 plays in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Johnson had 51 of the 55 yards on that drive.
Yeah, he is putting Farrell on his back here in this first half. Some good blocking as well. But the junior standout, showing everybody why he is one of the top players in Pennsylvania.
So Hickory back out there offensively now. They'll have the ball at the 42-yard line.
Hickory
no
has
timeouts on the board for Hickory, right?
Yeah, they have no timeouts, so that definitely will be a factor.
So Tellez in victory formation will take a knee. As Hickory not trying to run any more time, so Farrell does not choose to take any of their timeouts either, so that will take us to halftime. Halftime score, Hickory 21, Farrell 13. And we're back with halftime talk, including a limited But still, Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report as well. Hickory 21, Farrell 13 at the half on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Ken Frenchak here at the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs and also the experience we provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Ken Frenchak here at the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs and also the experience we provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
H-O-M-E, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here at Farrell at the half. It is Hickory 21 and Farrell 13. Hickory scored on their opening drive, converting on a 2nd and 20 and a 4th and 10 play on that opening drive, and eventually punching it in with 5:49 to go in the first on a Xander Telez 2-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Borowitz. It was 11 plays, 57 yards on the drive, and 6-11. Logan Stanford with a point after, and Hickory led 7-0. After a bad punt snap by the Steelers, Farrell turned it over on downs at their own 29 on the very next play. A handoff to Hickory back Kelvin Morrison. He runs 29 yards for the touchdown. Just in 8 seconds on the drive, and the 3:01 to go in the first. Hickory led 14-0 after the Logan Stanford point after. Hickory turned it over on a Morrison fumble and a recovery by Dunbar, and Farrell answered with a 24-yard run on a 4-play, 43-yard drive in minute 22. Johnson scores from 24 out, and Elijah Jackson adds the point after, and Farrell cut the lead to 14-7. But then the next kickoff returned by Hickory for a touchdown. Christian Dungy, the freshman, goes 72 yards with a kickoff return. Stanford the point after, and Hickory back up 21-7. Farrell, though, late in the half, 32 seconds to go in the half, answers that last Hickory score and cuts it again to a single-score game. Joels Johnson, he carries for 51 of the 55 yards on the drive, scores on a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point kick was blocked by Calhoun, and Hickory at the half leads by a score of 21-13.
We have one other score going on right now. At halftime, it's the Franklin Knights leading Mercer 7-6. We'll recap last night's scores. Also have first half stats and more as big night here of high school football. Packed house. Hickory leading Farrell 21-13 at the half.
All right, we'll take the break. We're back with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report when we return on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and on Facebook Live.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at MailerInsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Up to certain limits, traditional IRAs allow individuals to make tax-deductible contributions. Also within certain limits, individuals can make contributions to a Roth IRA with after-tax dollars. Please call David O. Cash Dollar CFP, Timothy D. Cash Dollar CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery CFP to find out which IRA suits your objective at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cash Dollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cash Dollar and Associates LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. Some IRAs have contribution limitations and tax consequences for early withdrawals. For complete details, consult your tax advisor or attorney. Distributions from traditional IRAs and employer-sponsored retirement plans are taxed as ordinary income, and if taken prior to reaching age 59 and a half, may be subject to an additional 10% IRS tax penalty.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're at the half at Farrell. I'm Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Ryan Briggs has live stats if you want to check those out at ProfessorBriggs.com. And Lee Gross up top running the Facebook live camera tonight. Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. You can watch the video for that. Hickory 21, Farrell 13 at the half. Here's Bob Greenberg with a Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report.
And we look at, first off, as we mentioned earlier today, Kennedy Catholic with just 12 players. They lose to Cambridge Springs 67-0 in a game that they played 7-minute quarters in the second half. Also going on right now at the half, it's Franklin 7, Mercer 6. Last night in a game on Sports Radio 96.7, Wilmington beats Greenville 28-7. Also the Lakeview Sailors under head coach Blake Reddick, first-year head coach, gets his first win as they go up north to Northwestern to beat the Wildcats 32-26. Sharon Tigers with a huge performance in Erie as they beat Mercyhurst Prep 55-6. Sharpsville Blue Devils in the game on 790 WPIC hold off Girard 32-23. Reynolds heads also north to Eisenhower. A young Reynolds team pitches a shutout 15-0 over the Ikes. Grove City also with the shutout. They go to Northeast. They win 21-0. And Sippy they head to Erie County. They lose to Fairview 35-0. It's 21-13 here tonight. Hickory leading Farrell. We're at the half.
All right. Need to throw the Pittsburgh Steelers score in there?
No. Just high school scores tonight. It's a preseason game. Nobody cares. Why are you bringing it up?
Sounds like you care. I don't
It's preseason.
Your
Nobody
reaction,
cares.
I don't know. It feels like you care. I don't know. It's just a feeling. All right, we'll take the break. We're here at the half. We've got the numbers for the first half when we come back with the score. Hickory 21, Farrell 13 on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Are you looking to finally buy that boat, motorcycle, ATV, or new car? Then check out the low rates on a summer toys loan at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Embark on the epic adventures you've been dreaming of with a loan that rates as low as 5.75% APR. Terms up to 84 months. Receive up to $100 with a refinance from another lender. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender. Apply for a summer toys loan in person or online 24/7 at gcafcu.org.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, weather or not.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Back here at Farrell. Farrell band in the background providing the entertainment here at the half. Hickory 21, Farrell 13. And Bob, some of the numbers from the first half.
Here are some of the numbers here in the first half. Hickory with a 21-13 lead. On the ground, Kelvin Morrison, 7 carries, 46 yards. Xander Telez, 6 carries for 25 yards. Jamal Calhoun, a carry for 12 yards. Telez was 3 or 4 passing for 28 yards. Borowitz, 2 catches for 16 yards. Phillips, 1 catch for 12 yards. Hickory, 6 first downs, 84 yards rushing, 28 yards passing, 20 plays, 112 yards of offense. They had the big kickoff return by Dungy. Hickory punted just 1 time. They had the 1 fumble, 5 penalties for 40 yards. Time of possession was 10 minutes and 58 seconds for Hickory in the first half. They were 1 of 3 on third down conversions, 1 of 1 on fourth down conversions. Farrell, they were led by Jules Johnson, 19 carries, 145 yards rushing. Dorian Kane had a carry for 4. Jason Marshall, 1 for -6. Aaron Pegues, 3 for -17. Pegues was 1 of 3 for -3. Johnson had the 1 catch. Farrell, 8 first downs, 126 yards rushing, 27 plays, 123 total yards. 2 punts for Farrell in the first half. They were flagged 7 times for 38 yards. Actually out timed possession time, Hickory, 13 minutes and 2 seconds. 1 of 4 on third down conversions, 0 of 1 on fourth down conversions. So Farrell, 123 yards on 27 plays. Hickory, 112 yards on 20 plays.
We're at the half with the score. Hickory 21, Farrell 13. More when we come back on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and on Facebook Live.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
I'm hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
They got what I like?
Oh, yeah.
Win. Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win-win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can
Win.
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Bay's Pub and Grill has just what you want. So come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Bay's Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
Picture this. You're with a group of friends, and someone offers you a pill. You don't know what's in that pill. The person who gave it to you may not even know. By taking it, you may increase your risk of an overdose. Every day, nearly 300 Americans die from a drug overdose. Get the facts. Be your own advocate.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage, PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Look at this.
Oh, that's an old picture.
Yeah. Look at the background.
Oh, that's the year we put the vinyl siding on, isn't it?
Can you believe it's been 41 years?
Looking at the siding, no. It seems like only yesterday.
Just don't look in the mirror. Oh, don't do that. I was just joshing you. Oh, boy.
Warner's Home and Improvements has a lifetime fade warranty on siding and has worked with the same manufacturer for 40 years. Need siding? Check out Warner's Homes and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
That's not what I meant.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Back here at Farrell, Pegues Sports Complex, Peleicas Stadium, Falcone Field. At the half, a 21-13 Hickory lead over Farrell. Hickory, a couple of touchdowns in the first quarter on a Telez to Borowitz touchdown pass and a 29-yard touchdown run by Kelvin Morrison. Farrell scores twice in the second quarter. Jules Johnson with a 24-yard run and a 1-yard run that sandwiched a Christian Dungy 72-yard kickoff return. Extra point by Elijah Jackson, and a blocked extra point by Calhoun, blocking Farrell's second try. Stanford 3 extra points for Hickory. Hickory leading 21-13 here at the half.
Teams are back on the field. They put the 3-minute warm-up clock on, so the Farrell band has just left. So great jobs by both bands, as per usual. And really, for a long stretch of that at least the first quarter, Hickory looked like they were in total control. Farrell was in really big trouble, not able to move the ball. They had mistake after mistake. And then things turned, and Farrell right back into this game, and then some, and running the ball very efficiently with Jules Johnson, 145 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half, really putting Farrell on his back. I don't expect anything crazy in the second half from Pegues. They're going to ride Johnson and see if their junior standout can lead them to a big come-from-behind victory against Hickory. Hickory just did not have the ball a lot late in that second half. Farrell had a long drive, and that was really the difference. Their last drive was
9 plays, 55 yards.
Yeah, over 5 minutes, yeah.
And so able to punch it in there. And, you're right, because we were talking about the early mistakes of Farrell, couldn't get things going. And kind of once they got that offensive line settled down, they were able to do a nice job of running the football. Johnson is a powerful runner. We know that from last year as he returns. Ran for nearly 1,000 yards a year ago. And, off to a great start with nearly 150 yards here in the first half against a good Hickory defense.
Yeah, Farrell had 2 touchdowns drives in that second quarter, combining 13 plays, almost 6 minutes. So they really did a good job in keeping the ball out of Hickory's hands. And Farrell will get the opening kickoff here of this second half, as we are just about a minute away here from the second half between Farrell and Hickory, as week 1 coming to a conclusion here. It's been a great week, and we'll see what happens.
No doubt. Enjoyed last night, Wilmington and Greenville, and Wilmington's win on that one as we got our season started. And it's always great to start with 2 games, and two good games on that first weekend. A lot of people have come out to this one, no doubt about it. Stands full on both sides. Plenty of people surrounding the fenced area as well on both sides. So a great crowd here for the opener in this battle of teams that expect to go far again. District 10 champs, both of them a year ago.
Yeah, there's no question about Hickory coming up one game short to getting to the state championship game. Farrell, of course, losing to Westinghouse. And see how it plays out. But we're just about ready to go here as Farrell will receive the second half kickoff, trailing 21-13.
Watch on Facebook Live if you're just listening in. Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page if you want to watch and listen both at the same time. And you can follow stats at ProfessorBriggs.com. Farrell in the yellow uniforms head to toe, helmet, jersey, and pants. All yellow with the navy blue numbers and trim and logo on the helmet. And Hickory in white uniforms, black numbers.
New uniforms, by the way.
Black pants, white helmets.
And those are new uniforms for the Hornets.
I love the black numbers on the white jersey. They're great to see, and Farrell's blue on the back of the yellow. A+ on uniforms so far, and ability to see from wherever you are, up close or far away like we are up in the press box.
So we are just moments away here.
Farrell football, they deferred to the second half. So Farrell scored last. Hickory decided to take a knee and run out the last 30 seconds or so of the first half with no timeouts. So Farrell will start with the football in the second half. Farrell offensively, Aaron Pegues, the quarterback, Joel Johnson, the back, Julius Phillips, Nemo Jones, Amir Thomas, and Jamar Kane at wideout. The camera low, Crumby, Wells, Parker, Andrade have seen time along that offensive line. And then on that defensive side for Hickory, Shakur, Lee, Lewis up front with King, Myers, Borowitz. The linebackers, Morrison, Telez, Maynard, Calhoun, and Phillips, the defensive backs. So we're ready to get this going here in the second half. Stanford will kick off for Hickory, with Phillips the deepest of three. A high, short kickoff, but we've got a flag as well. Hickory may have been offside.
You don't see that every day.
We'll see what it was. It's a procedure call against Hickory. So Kane is deep to return for Farrell with Stevie Dean and Johnson. So not Phillips.
We were mentioning in our pregame about Lucas Jones, former Hickory outstanding kicker. Congratulations, he officially made the IUP football team this week, so congrats.
All right.
Can't imagine a college couldn't use a good kicker.
That's right.
And we know how good Lucas has been, so wish him the best of luck.
9 of 10 field goals, 49 and 52 extra points a year ago. So Stanford will kick off after backing up 5 yards. Dean, Johnson, and Kane. This kick is going to go over the head of everybody. Bounce at the 29, and Dean will grab to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, spins at the 30, still on his feet, and he'll be pulled down at about the 33-yard line. And Marco maybe even at the 35. We'll just say he was spun and pushed back. So put it right at the 35-yard line. Well, Farrell will start offensively, trailing in this football game 21-13.
Yes, the sophomore Pegues, the quarterback, been pretty much kept in check, just 1 of 3 passing so far. No really reason to do anything but hand the ball off to Johnson the way he's running the ball so far.
Jones will go on wide to the right. We'll start with Thomas, working a wing to the left. Also Antoine Sharper lined up at his H-back left side in the flag. And we'll see what we got.
Flags number 14 in the game. Total.
Number 55.
Hickory obviously lined up offside because nobody moved. So it must have been a lineup offside, so they'll move 5 yards to the 40-yard line. So Farrell on their own 40 gets a 5. It'll be first down and 5.
Yeah, that's a pre-snap penalties are really, really bad.
Hand up. Johnson trying to get outside left side. Good cutback 40. Spins through a tackle at the 45. And he's out to the 47-yard line. Even the 48 is where they'll mark him. and a first down run for Farrell.
8 yards there for Johnson. Yeah, this pre-snap penalties will drive coaches insane.
Yeah.
So instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 5, and Farrell gets a quick first down now out towards towards midfield.
Puts Johnson over 150 yards in the game as well. Jones will go out wide to the right. 3 linemen will load up the left side as they'll throw an extra lineman in there to that left side of the field for Farrell. 6 offensive linemen. And Pegues with a hard count. He got Hickory to move.
And
wait for the official call. Hickory definitely jumped on the hard count. And it is another encroachment, so another 1st and 5 for Farrell.
8 flag now on Hickory.
That's at least the 3rd time that Aaron Pegues has got Hickory to jump with a hard count.
Doing a fantastic job, obviously.
One receiver, Jones, wide right. Extra lineman to the left with a wing and an H-back as well. Snap, hand, and Johnson up the middle, and he's going to be hit in the backfield and brought down. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage with a lunge, but it was Myers up the middle to drop him down.
Yeah, another whistle by Matt Myers. The 5'10", 186-pound junior.
Sideline warning. Hickory.
Hickory gets warned on the sideline warning. It'll be 1st or 2nd down now, and
about
should be 2nd down, right? 2nd and 5, no gain. Still have 1 on the yard marker far side, but should be 2nd down. There it is. Now it's marked. 1 receiver wide right. That's Jones. We'll stack everybody on that left side. Snap to Pegues. Hand to Johnson. Runs left. Lot of room. 45. Spins to the 40. He's got a first down. At least to that 40-yard line. They'll mark him right at that 40. So Farrell got an extra lineman on the left side, a tight end and an H-back to the left side, and they've been running left, and they've just been pounding it down the field the last couple of series against the Hornets in the end of the first half and now here in the second half, and they're down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, really no stopping it right now. Carleo Lowe with another big block. He has proven to be a very solid football player, 6'3", 265-pound junior.
He's on that end of the line on that left side, that extra lineman on the left. Pegues takes the snap, hands to Johnson, runs left, makes a move, and will be pulled down close to the 35-yard line. Call him at the 36. But able to grab 4 yards on the carry.
Maynard with the tackle for Hickory.
And Maynard with a good tackle. Johnson had picked up about 4 before even the contact. So a lot of good blocking on that left side of the Farrell line. And you mentioned it just a play ago, Carleo Lowe just doing a great job of sealing that edge.
Franklin 7, Mercer 6, end of 3 quarters in Franklin.
1 receiver wide right, heavy left again for Farrell. Shotgun for Pegues on 2nd down and 6. Takes the snap, will hand off to Dean, who checks in the game. He'll run to the right side, and Dean will work it down to the 32-yard line. Stevie Dean, the 5'9", 180-pound senior. A little change of pace for
another flag as they continue to pile up here. This will be the 16th flag of the game.
Personal foul.
Face mask. Defense.
Face mask call against Hickory, so 15 yards added to the end of the run. Farrell gets a first down.
And Hickory right now is self-destructing here with these penalties, allowing Farrell to pretty much march down the field here to try to maybe tie this game up. 21-13, Hickory, 9:18 to go here, 3rd quarter.
3 penalties on the drive. Jones going wide to the right. Again, Farrell will stack that left side of the line with an extra lineman and H-back at a tight end. 1 back in the set is Johnson. And they will hand it to Johnson. He'll go to the right side. And Johnson with a stiff arm of the 15 and a spin and then a hit. And he stays on his feet, tries to move forward and be knocked out of bounds on the far side. Down at about the 13-yard line.
Jaden Phillips eventually pushed him out of bounds, but it was not easy, as Johnson does not like to be tackled by 1 or 2 people.
No. It takes a couple of hits that time, but until they knocked him out of bounds, stayed on his feet. Marshall checks into the Farrell lineup. Second down, we'll call it about 6 here. Johnson getting about 4 yards or more on every carry. The lad Marshall is another back to the set this time. The extra lineman Sharper will move to the right side as an H-back. Here's the snap. Pegues hands to Johnson, skips to his right, cuts back at the 10 and dives inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line as Farrell operates inside the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone. It'll be a third down and short.
Another tackle by Matthew Myers, but still another solid pickup for Joel Johnson. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the Hickory 9.
I think in this spot of the field, Farrell would have 2 plays to try to pick up this yardage. If you're trying to come up with a big play to stop, they'll move low as an extra lineman now to the right side for Farrell. They load up the right side on 3rd down and 2 from inside the 10. Snap to Pegues and a hand to Johnson. And Johnson cuts back inside the 10. He's pulled down to the 9. He's short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about a yard.
And that was Samad Shakur, the 282-pound junior transfer with a big tackle in the backfield. And now it's 4th down for Farrell at the Hickory 9. They need to get to about the 7.
Yeah, when they spot it, it looks like they'll be more closer to 2 yards to gain for the first down. So Stevie Dean will check back into the lineup. 9th play of the drive here for Farrell to open the second half. 7:35 in the third quarter, clock 21-13. Hickory leads. Farrell with a 4th and 2 from the 10-yard line. They'll load the right side. The back is Johnson. It's a direct snap to Johnson. He'll run it right side and looks like he's got the first down as it looks like they're going to mark him. Well, it's going to be close. They're going to mark him right at about the 7-yard line. We'll see where they call it.
It's going to be close.
Yep. At first, it looked like he might have had it with the lunge.
And there's a signal by Joe Lombardi. It's a first down.
They'll give the ball inside the 7. We'll call it a long 6. 1st and goal from inside the 6 as they went Wildcat on the direct snap to Johnson, and he gets the first down on the 10th play of this drive to open the second half.
And the Farrell Steelers trailing by 8.
Lowe will shift to the left side. Power left, hand to Johnson. Slides through on that left guard area and down to the 5-yard line.
Spencer Lee with the tackle.
So mark him at about that 5-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Johnson.
Put the front of the ball right at the 5.
Yeah, didn't get much there.
28 carries, 176 yards right now for Joel Johnson.
He's going to need a whirlpool after this game. Or an ice bath, whatever.
Maybe both. Wide right goes Jones. We'll stack the left side with Farrell. Shotgun for Pegues. 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Johnson the back, hand to Johnson. Cuts back at the 5 to the 3, dives to the goal, and he's in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, 3rd of the game for Joel Johnson.
So Johnson scores some 5 yards out. His 3rd touchdown of the football game. It's 21-19. Hickory with 6:03 to go in the 3rd.
We would expect the Farrell would go for 2 here to try to tie this up. 11 plays, 65 yards. On the touchdown drive in 5:49. And they'll go for 2 at the goal to our left. Same formation, power to the left side. High snap, hand to Johnson, sprints left and can't get in. He's going to be pulled down. Snap was a little high, timing a little off, and Myers and Telez there to pull him down, and also in that area was Phillips. And the 2-point conversion fails, so Hickory retains the lead. Hickory 21, Farrell 19, and we will take the break with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the 3rd. Hickory 21, Farrell 19 on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Are you looking for a delicious snack that also supports a great cause? Look no further than the New Day Cafe at the Mercer County Community Counseling Center on East State Street, Hermitage. The New Day Cafe is staffed by transitional employees who are working hard to build a brighter future for themselves. From fresh salads, fruit, sandwiches, and soups to decadent desserts, we have something for everyone. Visit the New Day Cafe at the Mercer County Community Counseling Center today, where your purchase makes a difference.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
21-19, Hickory leads Farrell. Farrell scoring on a Joels Johnson 5-yard touchdown run on their first drive of the third quarter to open the second half. And it was 11 plays, 65 yards, and 5:49. 21-19 is a two-point conversion failed.
And the Farrell Steelers, they were down 14-0 and 21-7. They have come back to cut it to 2 now. They missed traditional extra point, now a two-point conversion. Those are looming here in this football game. And Hickory feels like they probably haven't had the ball forever.
Yeah, Hickory offense, a couple of touchdowns in that first quarter. And then, really have not seen the ball much since that time. Part of it was they scored in a kickoff return, so gave the ball right back to Farrell as well. All right, now Hickory.
It's been almost
drop Calhoun and Morrison, Dungy, and Houston back deep to return the kickoff from Marshall.
It's been almost 12 minutes of game time, or a little bit more than that. And Hickory had a real drive. So it's been a long time for this Hickory offense to be on the field, courtesy of this Farrell running game.
Marshall ran up to the football, but before he got a foot into it, the officials blew it dead.
Not sure if they had blown it in play yet.
No, looks like we're ready now. Marshall will boot an onside type kick. Bromley going to grab it to the 49-yard line. So it's squibbed onto the ground and grabbed by Bromley of Hickory at the 49-yard line. So Hickory will start near midfield.
Onside kick attempt, it looked like, but really no chance to recovered by Farrell.
Yeah, it was intentionally on the ground that time by Marshall at an angle to the left, and Bromley just fell right on it. So 1st and 10, Hickory offense with quarterback Xander Telez, the back Kelvin Morrison, Matthew Myers at tight end, Sebastian Bromley at wide out with Jaden Phillips and Trevor Borowitz as well. Risfe, Chauncey, Lewis, Walls, and Lee, the offensive line for the Hornets.
How about Mercer scores on a safety? They take a lead 8-7 now over Franklin.
Two receivers left, power pistol for the Hornets. Turn, quick throw, left side. Phillips makes the catch in the flat, 50, 45, 40, and spins down inside the 40 for Hickory, first down.
And now we have a flag.
We might have the sideline warning here. Well, no, it's actually a couple of players, so we'll see what this is, as it's Marshall and Lewis that end up in the sideline.
And Lewis and Marshall were in the Farrell sideline, and now
two Hornets down with cramps. So two Hornets right on the midfield stripe, and a flag on the Farrell sideline.
Pick up 13 yards on the play, and got to figure all this out at this point.
At first, I didn't see Lewis in the sea of yellow here on the near side. I thought it was going to be.
75. Offense. 15-yard penalty.
A 15-yard penalty against Hickory.
So it would be Lewis. And Lewis, the play, Bob, went to the left. Lewis was blocking Marshall all the way into the bench on the Farrell side on the right. And he gets called for the penalty. They should have the play for the first down to the 38.
They're going to mark
and then
it from
the
there.
penalty.
Ninth flag against Hickory now.
And double players down for the Hornets with cramps, as Calhoun and Myers both being worked on in midfield.
So the ball will be moved after the completion to Phillips, back to the Hickory 47.
Should be 1st and 10 from there.
First,
no? That was a live, I got you, live ball
12.
penalty, because it was occurring, that's right. So back to 1st and 12. They marked it where the play ended. Live ball penalty, the 15 yards, so we're back now 1st and 12 at the 47-yard line.
And the cramps are still being worked on here on the Hickory side. And a positive gain by Hickory, but wiped out by the penalty on the sideline here by Hickory.
Myers is up and off with his cramp, and they still work on Calhoun. At midfield. And most likely this is something we're going to deal with the rest of the game on both sides.
Yeah, we've had a bunch. Like I said, we had maybe 2 last night, but we've had a handful here. And very difficult, very humid out. First game of the year. And
This will also be a media.
we're going to take a media timeout. We'll take a timeout as well.
Right, timeout of the action. It's Hickory 21, it's Farrell 19. We're back with more in a moment. It's on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
All right, so Calhoun has made his way off with the cramps. Hickory with the first down pass and catch to Phillips, and then the penalty. Personal foul against Lewis drives the ball back to the 47-yard line of Hickory for now a first down and 12.
Yeah, the penalties and the injuries have really slowed this game down. It's not much of a flow to it here at all.
Borowitz and Morrison, power pistol there with Tellez. Tellez takes the snap, hands to Morrison. Left side, spins through a tackle at the 50-yard line and is into Farrell territory, and then a flag comes in.
And another flag. This could be a face mask.
It was a high tackle around the shoulders of Morrison. Spun down into Farrell territory. Mark him at the 48-yard line. And we'll sort it out.
Still a discussion. So we'll confirm it, but still a long discussion by the officials. Ball spotted at the Farrell 48.
Joe Lombardi, our referee.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. 15 yards.
Yeah, it's face mask on Farrell as we called.
First down, Hickory.
Getting a little better now on our calls on these flags. We had a couple whiffs early on, but maybe batting closer to the Pirates batting average as a team right now. Low 200s.
I think we're doing better than, actually, we're better than the low 200s. I'm going to say we got a few more right than that. Two receivers to the right side for Hickory and Bromley and Phillips in power pistol. For the Hornets, Tellez, the quarterback, moves Borowitz from the right to the left on 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Handoff up the middle. Morrison met at the 30 and will push forward to the 29-yard line.
No flags, no cramps. Is that possible?
I'm going to just wait and not speak too soon. As it's
You want me to jinx it?
29-yard line. I just wanted to make sure. Second down and 6. Hickory with a 21-19 lead here at Farrell. Opener for both Farrell and Hickory this year. Different regions for these two teams this season. Hickory AAA squad, Farrell in AA. Put the ball at the 29-yard line, second down and 6.
4:50 to go here, third quarter.
Two receivers right. Again, power pistol for Tellez with Morrison behind him. Turn, handoff up the middle. And it's Morrison through 30, 20, sprints, 10, 5. He's in for a touchdown. Kelvin Morrison will score from 29.
Kelvin Morrison showing what he has, and he does it in a lightning bolt there from 29 yards out. And Hickory goes back up by 8. 27-19.
Second 29-yard touchdown run for Kelvin Morrison. And Hickory with the 27-19 edge, as Bob mentioned, and trying to add more with the extra point attempt. As Stanford will kick.
And this would be a big one. This would put Hickory up 2 scores. They make this to go up 9. And Kelvin Morrison showing what he is all about here. A couple big runs. That one A lot of speed.
Tellez will hold. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. With 4 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the third, it is Hickory 28, Farrell 19. We're back with more in a moment. Your home for high school football is Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live. Facebook Live.
Warner Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services. Warner Homes and Improvements offers roofing repairs, improvements, and installations. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. You can depend on Warner's Home and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Back here, Farrell, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg, 28-19. Hickory scores on a 4-play, 51-yard touchdown drive, their first possession of the second half. Took a minute 26 to get there. Kelvin Morrison, his second 29-yard touchdown run of the game, and Stanford with his fourth point after.
Morrison now 10 carries, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Johnson on the other side, 29 attempts, 181 yards and 3 touchdowns. Two of the elite running backs going at it here tonight.
Phillips, Dean, and Johnson to return the Stanford kickoff. He'll boot it, and it's Dean running back to the 15-yard line, to the 20, to the 25 with a stutter step, tripped up and goes through that tackle at the 30 and out to near the 33-yard line. So Farrell back out on offense, and when they have decided that they were going to be a running team and use Joels Johnson, well, they have become much better offensively. Had quite a few penalties, pre-snap penalties in that first quarter. Settle down in the second and continue to do well offensively. And now they're back out there with the football at their own 33-yard line. Farrell has had 1 extra point blocked and a 2-point conversion run that was short.
Clock down to 4:29 to go here in this third quarter.
Jones out wide to the right. Extra offensive linemen to the left side, so they'll load up with 6 offensive linemen and an H-back and a wing to the left side as well. The handoff to Johnson up the middle, and Johnson gets through that first tackler at the line of scrimmage, 35, and dives out near the 40-yard line. Gets a big chunk on first down.
One thing we're seeing tonight is if you're going to try to bring Johnson or Morrison down, you better wrap them up or get a couple helmets on him, because one guy at this stage is not bringing either one of these guys down.
And Morrison, more the elusive kind of guy, very shifty. And Johnson, as well as being elusive, also very powerful and just running guys over. Farrell has gone to extra linemen, just one wide out in the set. They're heavy to the left. Here's a handoff again. Hickory with the pressure up the middle this time will hit him in the backfield, but Johnson still able to power through for at least a yard on the play up to about the 41.
So third down now.
And Hickory had 2 blitzers up the middle that time. Both hit Johnson. He still goes forward on the play.
It's another flag.
There's discussion. I don't see the flag, but it doesn't mean there's not, because I see discussion.
This could be a sideline warning maybe. Oh, it's on the far side there by the Hickory sideline.
Well, Hickory already had a sideline warning.
Dead ball. We have a sideline, 5-yard penalty on Hickory. First down.
So not a warning this time, a violation, because they already had the warning. So now they'll get 5 yards and a first down. Will Farrell.
Bill Dungy not happy right now, as it just means that the coaches or somebody is on the white on that far sideline, and if the referee gets contacted or is even in the vicinity, it can't happen.
First down for Farrell via the sideline violation now. Penalty on the Hornets. Move the ball out to the 46-yard line of Farrell.
You don't see it very often. Normally you see the warning, but you don't normally never see it a second time.
Jones will go wide to the right. Power left for Farrell. Hand off to Johnson. Cuts outside. He's got room to the 50. Cuts across the field to the Hickory 45. Bounces off a tackler and then inside the 45 and down near the 43. Pile continues to be pushed both ways. A little rugby scrum going on at the end of the play. They'll finally blow it dead, and they'll put him down to the 43-yard line and a first down for Joels Johnson.
Another like about 11-yard pickup for Johnson.
Well, there have been a few times when they have overloaded that left side and just overwhelmed Hickory. Other times Hickory is able to, kind of force him back in, but that time Johnson not touched for about 6 or 7 yards and then still had room to cut back to the middle.
Johnson now 200 yards rushing, 32 attempts. Still in the third quarter.
Yeah. Wide right is Jones. Power left in the shotgun for Pegues. He'll hand off. It's Johnson. This time he will be caught in the backfield. As knifing up the middle was Borowitz to kind of force him back. He couldn't get out to the left that time. He's going to be pulled down to the 45-yard line. Actually give him advance to the 44, but loss on the play of a yard.
And that was Ben Walls eventually bringing him down.
And now we kind of see as Hickory's kind of really overloading, shooting the linebackers in every gap they can. Will Farrell thinking about putting it in the air again? Farrell going to bring...
They haven't really needed to put the ball in the air at this point.
Second down and 11, and just that element of surprise, will it be coming again? Jones goes wide right. Farrell loads up the left side on second down and 11. Johnson the back to the left of Pegues. A handoff to Johnson, and Johnson slips through the leg tackle of Borowitz. Now he's trying to reverse the field, gets through a tackle of King. He's up the field to the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. Well, Hickory had a couple of shots at Johnson in the backfield, but just couldn't get him wrapped up.
And he got 5 yards when it was all said and done. So third down now and 6 here for Farrell at the Hickory 39-yard line. Hickory leads 28-19, 1:35 to go third quarter.
You can dive and try for the legs, but if you don't get both of them, Johnson is not going down with a one-leg tackle. Third down. We'll call it 6. A minute 24 to go in the third. 28-19, Hickory leads Farrell football. Pegues takes the snap. He's back to pass. He looks, he fires for Jones. Caught it close to the 30 and good for a first down. And single coverage on that right side by Jones. He kind of gave a little ground after the catch. You'll see where they mark, but it does look like it's a first down. And chains are moving right at the marker at the 33-yard line, and the catch for Nemo Jones.
Nemo Jones with the first positive yardage through the air here tonight. A big one for her first down.
Just a little in route, single coverage. And after so many runs, able to get the first down. Farrell first and 10, the Hickory 33. Now they'll overload the right side, Will Farrell. Dean now the back. They'll hand it to Dean. He'll try to bounce it outside right side. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage and goes down there. Looks like no gain on the run.
Trevor Borowitz with the tackle there.
Came up limping a bit, did Borowitz, but does not leave the field.
And it'll be second and 10 now as the clock continues to wind down to 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hickory leads Farrell 28-19.
This is just the third possession of this third quarter. Farrell had it, they scored. Hickory had it, they scored, and Farrell moving again here in just the third possession of the third quarter by both teams. Second down and 10 from the Hickory 33-yard line. Game clock at 11 here in the quarter. Here's a snap back and the hand to Dean, and again wrapped up in the backfield and spun down. This time may have lost a yard back to the 34.
Xander Telez with a big play as the third quarter comes to an end.
Third quarter in the books with the score, Hickory 28 and Farrell 19. We're back with the fourth when we return on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
When you're a grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank has experience when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank. I run a local business. With payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment, taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decisions for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
So Farrell Steelers trail the Hickory Hornets 28-19 as we start the fourth quarter. Farrell football on the Hickory 34-yard line. Joels Johnson has had a fantastic 3 quarters. Got a couple plays off at the end of the third. 204 yards for Johnson in this game on 34 carries. That's a couple of games worth.
Yeah, that's big-time numbers for Johnson. And, we knew he was coming into this season as the feature back for Farrell. But at this point, is the 204 yards a career high. Johnson's career high before this was coincidentally a year ago against Hickory, 166 yards.
All right, so Farrell facing a third down and about 11 here. Johnson is back in as the back. He's to the left of Pegues, the quarterback. From the Hickory 34-yard line. Snap is back and dropped by Pegues, and now he tries to run right, and now there's trouble. He's going to be knocked down. Coming up to make the play was Morrison, and a loss on the play for Farrell.
Yeah, the bad snap caused all kind of trouble there. Farrell may have to punt this away, maybe, I don't know. It's fourth down and about 14.
Pegues does come to the sideline to talk to his father, but he goes right back out there, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a punt situation for Farrell here on the Hickory side of the field at the 42-yard line. We've had one failed snap and one decent punt in 2 tries from that position for Farrell.
4th and 15 for Farrell here.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Johnson the back, snap to Pegues, looking right, rolling right. Now spins and rolls back to his left. He's got room over there, stops at the logo, throws back to his right, caught by Johnson at the 43, ahead to the 40 at the 35, and dropped at about the 33-yard line. Wow, that was an odd play, but in the end, Farrell gets some, but not nearly enough for the first down.
I got about 5 in the play as Pegues couldn't find anybody down the field and then just threw it across the field. Kind of like what you'd see maybe on a final play of the game on a kickoff that you're trying to, for a miracle.
He threw it kind of like a pop-up, too. It took forever to come down and get into the hands of Johnson. And then by the time he caught it, there was a lot of white jerseys there. He made something out of it, but Hickory will take over on downs at the 32.
Mercer holds and forces a 3-and-out. They have the ball at their own 20, trying to run the clock out for would be a huge win up at Franklin. They lead 8-7. The difference, a safety. Mercer trailed 7-6, got a safety.
So Hickory ball at the 32-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Tellez with a back to his right will turn and hand off to Morrison. Stutter steps around the 30, stays on his feet to the 35, and then hammered down there. Gain of about 3 on the play for the sophomore, Morrison.
Really look at this game right now. Farrell's down by 2 scores. Time is of the essence. So they need a quick 3-and-out here. They need to get the ball back if they have any thoughts of coming back. Or Hickory has not beaten Farrell since 2013, back when they beat the Steelers 60-14 here some 11 years ago.
Play clock is down to 9. Hickory just now breaking the huddle. Borowitz and Phillips to the right side. And now looks like Hickory's going to take a timeout, and they will. Timeout Hickory as the play clock got done under 5 seconds. We'll take the timeout with 10:35 to go in this one. 28-19. Hickory on top of Farrell on your home for high school football sports, Radio 96.7 and on Facebook Live.
Shell Restoration, may I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Back here, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. We've got Lee Gross on our Facebook Live camera high atop the press box. Got Ryan Briggs at ProfessorBriggs.com with live stats. Got Aaron Byro back at the studio. And we've got a Farrell Hickory matchup right now. Hickory on top 28-19 with 10:53 to go in this one. And Hickory facing a second down and about 7 here from their own 35-yard line.
And we appreciate Lee coming on board this year with us as our cameraman. And picture looks great. A lot of people watching our broadcast on Facebook. And what's cool, you can watch it later or tomorrow or whenever. It'll be there. So
forever.
Forever, unless Facebook takes it off.
As long as Facebook removes it or doesn't like Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page anymore. When they find out you're in charge of it.
That could happen. You never know.
Bromley going to go wide to the left for Hickory. Myers will be tight end here on the left side. Wide to the far side is Phillips. Tellez, the quarterback. It's in the shotgun with Kelvin Morrison to his right. Borowitz tight on the right side as well on second down and 7. Fake handoff. Keeper for Tellez. It gets hammered in the hole and driven back.
My goodness. Big hit there by Omario Boatwright. And Boatwright, the 5'9", 985-pound sophomore, making his presence known on that play.
Yeah, no doubt. You kind of wondered now who's going to maybe step up defensively from that linebacker spot for Farrell. And Boatwright really showing speed that time. They faked the handoff to Morrison on the read option, and then the Tellez keeper met right in the hole. Loss of about a half a yard, maybe a yard on the play.
There's a huge play here.
Third down. 7 to go. Hickory from the 34-yard line. 2 receivers will go to the right side. A tight end and the receiver to the left, and then a Hickory timeout. So Hickory will lose their second timeout here of the second half.
We'll keep it here. Why not? One thing to remember, Hickory, all 5 of the receivers last year, the top receivers have graduated for Hickory. So definitely some new bodies out there, and it's causing some confusion with some of the play calls. And Xander Tellez saw something he didn't like, and on a play as big as this one at 3rd and 7, clearly didn't want any potential mishaps here, so he called the timeout.
On 3rd and long, so Hickory has certainly had production from Trevor Borowitz as he returns to football and is in the lineup there for the Hornets as a wideout. He's made some nice catches in this one. They've had Jaden Phillips to the offensive side. He's got a couple of catches in this one as well. New players trying to find their way. Morrison has been outstanding in the backfield. Not a lot of passing attempts in the game overall for the Hornets, but a passing situation here if they choose to go to the air. 3rd down and 8 from their own 34.
And just that stat, Hickory 4 of 5 passing. Tellez is here for 41 yards here and a touchdown.
2 receivers to the right, Bromley to the left, tight end to the left. Tellez back to pass. Looks in the flat, wanted it for Morrison, threw it over his head, incomplete.
Heavy pressure by Zamir Thomas, forcing Tellez to throw that ball maybe a little bit prematurely.
Yep, and those were the 2 incompletions. The 2 times he tried to get it in the flat for Morrison, so this one incomplete, and a punting situation for the Hornets. This is the second punt for Hickory. Bromley will stand inside the 20. First one was only a 10-yard punt when he tried to angle it to the sideline and keep it away from the Farrell returners. Farrell drops 3 returners. Juelz Johnson is the deepest of the 3.
You got Phillips there as well and Dean.
And the kick is a low line drive kick that takes a bounce and grabbed by Johnson at the 30, 35, 40. Hesitates there, driven out of bounds at about the 42. Houston and Bromley in the area to knock them down, and Dante Evans there as well. So the offensive Farrell comes back out on the field with 9:50 to go in the 4th. They trail 28-19.
So Farrell needs 2 scores to win this game.
Farrell has not converted on a couple of extra point tries, and that's why they've got 19 on the board. Farrell will come now with 3 wides in the set. Jones to the near side, and Kane and Phillips to the far side. Back to pass is Pegues. Pegues being pressured on the outside edge, fires up the field. It's caught and driven into the sideline was Johnson after the catch at the 49-yard line. Fans thought that should have been a penalty, but Johnson looked to be right at the sideline when he was hit by Myers. A gain of about 6 to the 49-yard line of Farrell.
And he got pushed into the bench. His teammates kind of separated and nobody caught him.
Instead of catching him, yeah. When
Somebody
bench
got
is
to
a
catch
good
him.
6 yards off the field is where the bench is, but nobody helps out. Second down and 4. 4 receivers now in the set, and it's a handoff to Joel Johnson, and he's going to be grabbed in the backfield, and he's going to be thrown down as Walls and Evans were there to wall it off and knock him back for no gain. They'll spot it right again at the 49-yard line. It'll be third down.
So 3rd and 4 here. Dante Evans, promising-looking freshman, 228-pound, 6'2". Farrell clearly in 4-down territory, down 2 scores, 3rd and 4 from their own 49.
4 wides in the set. Pegues back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Fires pass off the hands of Jones and incomplete at the 38-yard line. Tried to climb the ladder and get it and could not pull it down. And it's a cramp for Myers, who was one of the defenders in coverage, as he goes down with the leg cramp.
And Jones, just as he was making that cut, the ball came just a little bit behind him. That ball's just a fraction in front of him. He makes the catch, and who knows how far he's going.
And probably a situation here, too, Bob, that Farrell would go for it on 4th down near midfield, down 2 scores with just 9:07 to go. Take a timeout with the injury timeout. 9:07 to go on the 4th. 28-19, Hickory leads Farrell right here on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and on Facebook Live.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Farrell going to go for it here on 4th down and 4. Snap back to Pegues, looking to the right, fires over the middle, caught by Jones. First down inside the 40, spins down to about the 38-yard line, and Farrell keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, nice route there. And Pegues threw maybe his best pass of the night. And it'll be a first down to the Hickory 38 as Nemo Jones moves the chains and keeps Farrell comeback hopes alive.
3 receivers now go to the left side for Farrell. Thomas, the lone receiver, to the right side. Now Phillips will move outside left. On first down for Farrell. Shotgun for Pegues, fires, and it's incomplete through the hands of Phillips. Tried to do a little wide receiver screen there as Phillips cut to the inside with Jones trying to get a piece of his defender. And that ball through the hands of Phillips, incomplete.
And looks like maybe Farrell's thinking, time is running down here. They need 2 scores. Even though they, I'm sure, love to keep giving it to number 3. I don't know if time will allow them.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Johnson, the back in the set. He's to the left of Pegues. When they were most successful running, they ran it with a 1 wide receiver set. Right now they have 4. Back to pass is Pegues, being pressured, rolls to his right, fires back to Johnson across the middle, 35, 30 to the 25, and he's going to be spun down. Actually short of the 25, they'll mark him at the 26-yard line.
It'll be a first down, though, for the Farrell Steelers. The clock will stop, the chains will move. Down to 8:28 to go here in this football game. Hickory leads 28-19.
Really good presence that time by Pegues to find Joel Johnson back across the middle. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, back to pass. Pegues fires outside, incomplete. Intended for Thomas, who seemed to break late. Pass had already been past him. A little bit of timing off.
Oh boy, there's another flag on the Hickory sideline. So it's coming from there. It's right in front of the Hickory sideline. They've already been flagged And what's next? They've already been flagged once.
And for a sideline violation, a sideline warning, a violation, now what? Let's see what we got.
Illegal substitution. Hickory.
This time in the illegal substitution on the Hickory side, a 5-yard penalty. And it'll move it down to just short of the 20-yard line. First down, Farrell. 3 receivers right, to the left, I should say, 1 to the right. Pegues in the shotgun with Johnson behind him. Pegues will give it to Johnson on the delay, skips through a tackle to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, cut back at the 5, and a touchdown. Joels Johnson to Farrell scores yet again.
22-yard run by Juju Johnson, and the Farrell Steelers cut it to 3, 28-25. Johnson's 4th touchdown rushing here tonight.
So Farrell has cut it to a 28-25 margin. And they'll leave the offense out there to try to go for 2 and make it a 1-point game. Jones will split out to the right. Pegues. Thomas going to that left side. Kane on the left side as well. Pegues in the shotgun. Back to pass, looks, fires right side. It is incomplete through the hands of Jones. He wasn't in the end zone anyways. And there's a flag on the play. Personal foul.
Rough the passer. So Farrell will get half the distance, another shot at it.
So the penalty will give Farrell, as Bob said, half the distance to the goal, another shot at it. Even if Jones caught that last one, he was coming back to the ball and was not in the end zone. But they'll have another shot at it here. And
with the ball's at now, it opens up to giving it to Johnson, let him do his thing.
May even go to that Wildcat formation as well. Timeout.
Johnson.
Farrell. Timeout Farrell. We'll take the break or keep it here?
We'll keep it here.
All right.
Johnson with 226 yards now rushing. And the one thing about this play, no matter what happens, Farrell's down 3 or 1. They will still need another score to win. 1 potentially puts in a field goal, which I can't imagine would be very far, but at least gives them an opportunity. They have kicked field goals to win games before. It was a few years ago. Anybody forget that
Even
already?
a state championship on the 1 field goal that they attempted and made in that entire season.
Yes. One of the great stats ever.
They went into the air and then hung there for what seemed like 20 seconds and finally came down just beyond the crossbar. I remember.
That play will forever live on our game open as long as we're doing this. So this will be interesting here. When they go back to the Wildcat, maybe they think about that.
I'm looking. I see Pegues going out onto the field. They might go again to that extra offensive lineman as they have done before. They have Lowe as an extra lineman to the right, extra tight end, and an extra wing to the right. And Johnson to the right of Pegues. So they load up the right side, going for 2 right now for Farrell. Try to cut into the 3-point Hickory lead. Handed Johnson, pushes forward.
No.
And he didn't, I don't think he got in. Nope, he did not. He dives down and is cut down at the 1, so the 2-point run fails.
Shakur and Walls there with the double team on Johnson.
So it's Hickory 28, it's Farrell 25 with 8:02 to go. We'll take a break. We're back with more in a moment. You're home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
I run a local business. With payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment, taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decisions for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Farrell's touchdown drive goes 7 plays, 57 yards in a minute 48. Joel Johnson with a 22-yard touchdown run. That's his 4th touchdown of the game. 2-point conversion failed. Farrell trails 28-25. So the difference is Farrell's 3 extra points that were not converted. Hickory, new kicker, Logan Stanford, who replaces Lucas Jones, who's been outstanding the last couple of years. Stanford has kind of been in the shadows behind him, kicking JVs and whatnot, and he's made all 4 of the extra points, and that's the difference right now in a 28-25 game, with Hickory on top by 3. We've seen Farrell a couple times already. One squib short kick, one kick that looked like an onside attempt, so we'll see what they do here with Marshall teeing the ball up at the 40-yard line.
So Farrell continues their successful ground game, 207 total yards on the ground here this evening. They've outgained Hickory 245 to 165.
Calhoun and Morrison are deep to return, but they're only at about the 25-yard line for the Marshall kick. Hickory with 5 up front, and it's a high kick. It'll come to Morrison at the 23-yard line. Morrison going right. Morrison trying to get outside, skips through a tackle with a 30 and then spun down at about the 33.
I don't know about that. If I'm Aunt Pegues, I may just squib it. I don't know if I want to kick it to Calvin Morrison too many times, but they make a tackle and Hickory back on offense.
It'll be at the 33-yard line, will the Hornets. Hickory in this second half scored on a 29-yard run by Calvin Morrison. Farrell has scored twice in the second half on runs by Joel Johnson.
It's been everything we kind of thought it would be. 2 powerhouses going at it here, opening weekend. And they're going down to the wire here. Hickory leading 28-25.
Flickinger is going to be tight on that right side for Hickory. Phillips and Borowitz, the wideouts to the near side. Myers, the fullback in the pistol with Morrison deep. Hand to Morrison. Morrison up the middle, bounces it outside. 35, makes another cut, trying to spin to the outside and does. 35, it's another jump cut to the 40, still on his feet, bangs into a man, and gets a first down across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Calvin Morrison, wow. Every which way but loose that time. Spectacular run. He picks up 13. I believe he now has 100 yards on 12 carries.
He'll check out for the moment as Calhoun will check in, but not only a spectacular, elusive run, but a little physicality at the end as well for Morrison for the first down to the Hickory 46-yard line. Again, power pistol with Calhoun now deep, 2 receivers wide right. Tellez takes the snap, and there's nobody there to hand to, and now we'll turn and run. Calhoun went left and expected to be in the right. Tellez had the ball out, and he wasn't there, so Tellez then ran it back to the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard.
Clock continues to wind, now under 7 minutes to go here in this football game.
Hickory entire offense looks over to the sideline for the play call. And now approaches the line of scrimmage with the play clock at 10 seconds. Phillips with his arm out, doesn't know if he's quite sure what this play is. Borowitz is outside of him on the right side. And a turn and a handoff. It is Calhoun up the middle. Calhoun lost the ball. It may have got it back. We'll see. He reached out. I don't know if he got it back or not. But the ball came free at the 50-yard line. And somehow Calhoun, who lost the football, able to get it back in a crowd of yellow jerseys.
Wow.
Yeah. So it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Unbelievable. As almost a disaster there for Hickory. Now 3rd down.
Hickory just 1 of 4 on 3rd down in this game. And a big one here. 2 receivers right. Brody Bishop now comes in as the back in the set. So Morrison getting a break, and Calhoun had fumbled, so they let him come out. 3rd down. Fake handoff. Up the middle to Les, and he's going to be close. He dives. He might be down. The near side official had him at the 44. Now they adjust back to the 45. He's going to be short.
He'll be short by a yard here. So 4th down and a yard for Hickory. what do they do here? They're going to go for it, I would assume.
They bring in another tight end in Evans. They'll check out Phillips. Looks like Hickory's going to go for it with a double tight end set.
Hickory has one timeout remaining. Still waiting for the play called. Play clock down to 14. They need to hurry here.
Brody Bishop in as the back, the 5'8", 165-pound junior. They've got two fullbacks in the set to each side of Tellez. 4th down and a yard. And Hickory now looks to the sideline, and they're going to take a timeout. Hickory takes timeout with 4:59 to go in the game. 4th down and 1 when we come back from the 45 of Farrell. Stay with us. Hickory with a 3-point lead, 28-25 over Farrell on Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services. Warner Homes and Improvements offers roofing repairs, improvements, and installations. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. You can depend on Warner's Home and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
4th and 1 for Hickory, holding on to a 3-point lead with 4:59 to go. Hickory going to go for it. Near midfield, Calhoun checks back in as the tailback, and they will check Shakur back in as the fullback. Under center is Tellez. Turn, handoff, Calhoun left side, 1st down as he's inside the 42 down to the 41-yard line.
And you see Calhoun wrap up that ball. There was no way it was coming out that time. And give Bill Dungy a lot of credit going back to Calhoun after he just fumbled, showing confidence in the young man. And a big 4th down conversion for the Hornets.
And Will Hosick in as an extra offensive lineman. They brought Shakur back in as the fullback on the play. Shakur, the lineman at 5'10", 282. He led through the hole for Calhoun. Pistol set for Hickory. 1st down from the 41. Fake handoff to Les Keeper right up the middle. Follows Calhoun. Scorched through at the last minute and dives inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
I'm sure at this point, Bill Dungy wants to obviously score a touchdown if he can. If not, do not give the ball back to Farrell. Clock is down to 4.5 minutes to go.
There was that big hit on Morrison at the end of his last run. He's not been back in since then. He kind of dished out the punishment as much as he took it, but a heavy collision. We've not seen him back out since that moment.
He's on the bench being looked at, so you're no question. Be odd for him not to be in the game at this moment, but he is dinged up a little bit.
2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends. Shotgun for Tellez on 2nd down. Handoff to Calhoun. Up the middle, squirts through to the 30-yard line. Got a 1st down, still going to the 25, to the 20, and he's down inside the 15-yard line.
Jamal Calhoun with a huge run all the way down to about the 16-yard line. Pickup of 21 yards. Hickory inside the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
They're going to mark him at the 11-yard line. A shifty run up the middle for the speedy Jamal Calhoun. And Hickory will have Calhoun check out. Bishop will check back in from the 11-yard line. Hickory is now out of timeouts with a play clock at 10 as they approach the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right. Shotgun set. Tellez will take it and give to Bishop. Both hands over the ball. Spins down to the 5-yard line. And maybe to the 4 as he had the ball wrapped up.
Bishop's first carry of the game as the clock continues to wind. Under 3:20 to go. Hickory leading 28-25.
Hosick comes back in along the line. Shakur comes back in. We expect he might be at the fullback spot. We'll see. He will. Bishop is deep as the tailback. Tellez under center. Turn, hands off. Bishop will dive inside the 5. And he's down to about the 3. Picks up a couple of yards. Clock runs at 2:50 to go.
Dunbar with the tackle.
Farrell does have all of their timeouts if they choose to use any.
And the way it looks like, the way he's being looked at, Kelvin Morrison, it does not appear he'll be coming back into this football game.
Bishop checks out. Is that Phillips? Nope, it's Calhoun back into the backfield. Whistles.
That is Morrison.
Morrison did just check back in. So yeah, not Calhoun. It is Morrison, number 3. And we have a timeout with a Farrell player down.
He was being looked at, and all of a sudden he wasn't being looked at.
So on his back, I don't know if it's a cramp or anything more, is LaCamera for Farrell. With 2:28 to go on the clock, the injury timeout. We'll take a break. It's Hickory 28. It's Farrell 25. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
We're back here. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg, Ryan Briggs on stats at ProfessorBriggs.com, Lee Gross on the camera on Facebook Live, and Aaron Byro back at the studio. And it's Hickory 28, it's Farrell 25. There's 2:28 to go. They're working on cramps on the camera, I believe, at inside the 5. Actually, now they might be actually looking at his knee.
Yeah, I don't
no
think
longer.
it's
Yeah, I thought at first it might have been the cramp, but now he has if his leg is down. So it might be a knee that they're looking at. So taking a little bit in care on the camera. And we'll come back to football. It's going to be Hickory 3rd down and 1 from the 3-yard line.
And the camera's one of their key linemen. And last thing Aunt Big East wants to see, Dr. Stephen Hand, outstanding orthopedic surgeon, is taking a look at big number 52.
They're going to need some help and get him off the field. A couple of his lineman buddies come out to assist him, try to keep the weight off that left leg. So he'll make his way back over to the Farrell sideline. And we hope it's just nothing overly serious for LaCamera at this point, but they're doing their best to get him off the field without him putting any pressure on that left leg. And if you can see from his face, he is in considerable amount of pain as he makes his way off the field, kind of hopping on his right leg and being assisted to not put any weight on his left. And now they're actually going to try to carry him off, which is not an easy task either. He's a big guy. And a big part of the offensive and defensive lines of Farrell. So a tough break for Farrell with the camera coming out. Hickory with the ball at about the 3-yard line here.
It's 3rd down and 1. Hickory leads 28-25, 2:28 to go. A score would pretty much salt this game away. Farrell needs to keep Hickory out of the end zone.
Hickory 1 of 5 on 3rd down. Morrison is back in as the back. Telez will go under center. Shakur the fullback. And Telez on the keeper drives forward. And he is in for a touchdown. Official on the far side puts the hands in the air and a touchdown run for Xander Telez.
So Xander Telez goes into the end zone on a 3-yard touchdown run. And Hickory extends their lead to 9 now, 34-25 with 2:18 to go.
10-play drive for the Hornets. 67 yards. And Hickory on top, 34-25 with Stanford to attempt the extra point at the goal to our left. Telez will hold. 2:18 on the game clock. Snap is back. It's high. Tellez gets it down. Stanford gets the kick up and gets it through. 5 of 5. An extra point kicks for Logan Stanford, and the Hickory lead is 35-25. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Are you looking to finally buy that boat, motorcycle, ATV, or new car? Then check out the low rates on a summer toys loan at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Embark on the epic adventures you've been dreaming of with a loan that rates as low as 5.75% APR. Terms up to 84 months. Receive up to $100 with a refinance from another lender. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender. Apply for a summer toys loan in person or online 24/7 at gcafcu.org.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Hickory drive was 10 plays, 67 yards, and 5:38. Stanford with a point after of the Tellez 3-yard touchdown run. And Hickory has a 10-point lead with 2:18 to go in this one.
And really almost in that play, it looked like Tellez kind of got Farrell kind of on their heels a little bit. When that ball was snapped, got in much easier than I think anybody anticipated.
You know, when they had gone to that power package with Shakur as the offensive lineman playing fullback, they've handed off every time, and that time maybe Farrell anticipating that. Instead, the keeper by Tellez, able to score it into the end zone. Farrell with 3 returners. Johnson the deepest at about the 15. Phillips and Kane there as well. Stanford low line drive kick. Kane deflects it to himself at the 22. Coming across the field, trying to get outside the 25. Turns the corner, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45 of Hickory, and out of bounds. Big return by Stevie Dean.
Just in the nick of time, Farrell needed some type of big play to shrink the field here, and they get it by Dean as he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 44, 45-yard line of Hickory with 2:09 to go.
Officially put the ball down at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Farrell. 2:09 to go. Hickory leads by 10. Farrell has 3 timeouts. Hickory with none. Kane will go wide left. Thomas and Jones to the right side. Slot left is Phillips. First down from the Farrell 25. Pegues back to pass. Looking, a lot of time. Rolls to his left. Still looks. And now gets hit. Gets out of the tackle. Now fires over the middle. Caught by Johnson. Slips through a tackle at the 40. Still on his feet to the 35. Still running at the 30. And it's a first down. Farrell down to the Hickory 30-yard line.
Boy, Aaron Pegues, I don't know how he got that pass away. He got a big shot at the end of it. But give the young man credit. He found Johnson, who picked up 15 yards down to the 30. Clock still running. 1:45 to go.
2 receivers left. 2 to the right. Pegues making his first Farrell started. Quarterback takes the snap. Looks to his right. Rolls to his right. Still looking down the field. Fires for Jones. It is tipped and incomplete. Boy, Jones had his hand on it with 2 defenders there at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Khalil Houston was one of those defenders down there. And jump ball, almost had a chance at it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Ball at the 30-yard line. Game clock 1:32 to go. Farrell down 10. Will be on the 30-yard line of Hickory. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers wide to each side. Snap to Pegues. Looking right. Now looks down the field. Now rolls. Now gets hit and he's dropped. He got a little bit forward, so not a sack. Dante Evans chased him down. Gets a couple of yards on the play.
Clock still running down to 1:15 and counting. Farrell running out of time here. They need 2 scores. Still have 3 timeouts remaining.
King will come in and along the defensive line for Hickory on that right side. Snap to Pegues on 3rd down. Running to his right. King is chasing him. Pegues still running. 25 to the 20 and banged out of bounds. Near the 20-yard line. Tellez came up to give him a shot. And a flag comes in here on the sideline now.
Yeah, there's a flag there as well.
That came after the play. Pretty good shot. Tellez on Pegues right near the sideline. We'll see what the penalty is. Looks like he was short of the first down on the initial run.
Yeah, maybe by about a yard.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to be a dead ball. No?
Number 8, Hickory. That's
Half the distance penalty on unsportsmanlike conduct call against Xander Tellez. So Tellez put the hit on Pegues, and then may have had something to say afterwards as well. And then unsportsmanlike will move the ball down to the 10-yard line in the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone for Farrell with 51 seconds to go.
Remember, Farrell has 3 timeouts remaining.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And now 3 receivers go left. No backs in the set for Pegues. Pegues takes the snap, looks right, in trouble, spins out of traffic. He's all the way back to the 20 and giving ground, rolling left, looking, fires in traffic, deflected. I think it was caught at about the 6-yard line.
Who caught that? Johnson, I think, caught it.
Yep.
And now Farrell will call a timeout.
Johnson did make the catch. The play took about 13 seconds, though. We're down to 38 seconds, and Farrell takes a timeout.
We are caught up on our ad, so we can kind of keep it here.
That time rolling right, that time Pegues. He gave ground all the way back to the 25-yard line and finally found Johnson. They're going to mark it officially at the 7-yard line. They can get a first down at about the 2.
So Farrell would need a touchdown and an extra point or 2-point conversion and then onside kick to have a chance to go down and score again. But
they're down 10. 38 seconds to go.
Johnson with 264 scrimmage yards here tonight. 38 through the air, 226 on the ground. He's having a whale of a game.
No doubt.
And Farrell has it second down now.
2 timeouts left for Farrell. We have actually, board says 2. We think it may be 1 here, so we'll keep an eye on that. Hickory at 0 timeouts. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right for Farrell. Now 3 to the right. So empty set for Pegues in the shotgun on second down. With the ball inside the 10. Pegues rolls to his right. He looks, he fires back of the end zone. Man, open, caught! And it's Johnson who makes the catch for the Farrell touchdown.
That'll be a touchdown of what? That's 7 yards?
7 yards on the score.
So Johnson with his 5th touchdown of the game cuts it to 35-31. And I'm assuming Farrell's going to go for 2 here.
They did not run out a kicker. They leave the offense out there, so their assumption is correct. Farrell going to go for 2. Phillips and Dean go to the left side. Jones and Thomas go to the right side. Now a slot to the right goes Johnson, so again empty set. And here's Pegues. Back to pass. Looking right. Now looking to run. Now in trouble. Fires end zone. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete as he one-hopped it intended for Johnson in the back of the end zone. And the 2-point conversion will fail with 32 seconds to go on the clock.
Johnson now with his 5th touchdown of the game. And Farrell down 4. They're going to need an onside kick.
Take a quick timeout. Back with the onside kick when we return. Hickory 35, Farrell 31. And your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Back here at Farrell, 35-31, Hickory leads Farrell. And we're looking at potential onside kick here for Farrell with just 32 seconds to go in the game. Hickory has 10 players between the 50 and the 40-yard line.
We think Farrell has 1 timeout remaining, so they're going to have to recover this or the game is going to be over.
So Marshall will be the kicker. And he will get a foot into it. It takes a bounce high in the air, and it is up for grabs. I think Houston may have grabbed it. Khalil Houston in traffic. Looks like he has the football.
Boy, Khalil Houston went up high and got drilled and got drilled again and still hung on.
And a lot of bodies peel off the floor or the ground, and some dejected Steelers walking off the field with heads down as Hickory and their sideline begin to celebrate as they have recovered the onside kick. They have the ball at their own 43 with 30 seconds to go. They'll go into victory formation here with the Hornets.
What a game here tonight.
Looks like there's a lot of Farrell players on the field right now defensively. Hickory will take a knee.
And Farrell, I believe, will call a timeout.
I don't think they are.
No,
they're just going to let it run.
That's it. That's going to do it.
So the Hickory Hornets come into Farrell and win their opener. Hickory 35, Farrell 31. Heck of a football game that we got to watch here tonight. Hickory led 14-0 after 1, 21-13 at the half, 28-19 after 3, and they win it 35-31, the final in this one. We'll take a break. We're back with postgame. We return on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was...
Check.
Free estimate 800-663-8103. At Shell Restoration on Facebook.
You have questions. Am I saving enough for retirement? Are my eggs in enough baskets? Are there financial considerations unique to women? You need answers. So where do you go for straightforward guidance? Ask the professionals. David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP at Cashdollar & Associates have the knowledge and experience that can help you answer these questions and more. And they are conveniently located at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 16127. You have a financial professional you can turn to. Call Dave, Tim, and Eric at 724-458-5233. That's 724-458-5233. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC. Member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC. A registered investment advisor. Cashdollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's Agency affiliate.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
And we're back here at Farrell's Pegues Sports Complex as the Farrell Steelers and the Hickory Hornets battle in this opener in a heck of a game between two defending District 10 champions. And the Hickory Hornets end up with a win in this one by a score of 35-31. Scoring wet like this, Xander Telez, a 2-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Borowitz in that first quarter with 5:49 on the clock. Logan Stanford with a point after in that one. Hickory with a 7-0 lead. After a bad punt snap and Farrell unable to get the kick away, Hickory gets the ball back and scores on the next play on a 29-yard touchdown run by Kelvin Morrison. Stanford point after made it 14-0 Hickory after one. Hickory fumbled to start the second quarter. Farrell turned that into a 4-play, 43-yard touchdown drive and a 24-yard run by Joels Johnson. Jackson with the kick after to make it 21-7 Hickory. Johnson gets another touchdown right before half as he runs for 51 and 55 yards on a 9-play drive. Kick was blocked, though, by Calhoun. Hickory led 21-13 at the half. Third quarter, a 5-yard touchdown run by Johnson, his third touchdown. 11-play, 65-yard drive and 5:49 to get there. The run failed. Hickory led 21-19. Kelvin Morrison answers on the next Hickory drive on a 29-yard touchdown run. It was a 4-play, 51-yard drive. Stanford with a point after. Hickory led 28-19 after 3. After Farrell turned it over on downs, Hickory turned it back to Farrell, and Farrell scores on a 57-yard drive. Johnson with another touchdown on a 22-yard run. 2-point conversion failed, though. Hickory led still by 3, 28-25. With 2:18 to go, Telez with a 3-yard touchdown run capped a 10-play, 67-yard drive that took 5:38 in that fourth quarter. Stanford with 5 for 5 on extra point kicks, 35-25. Hickory now led by 10. Farrell scores one last touchdown with 32 seconds to go on a 7-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Pegues to Jules Johnson, who scored then for the 5th time. Extra point conversion pass failed. Final score, Hickory win of 35-31. Hickory, who will play AAA this year, they move to 1-0. Farrell falling in this one to 0-1. Farrell will play AA this year, as last year as well. Defending state champs on both, District 10 champs on both sides. And Bob Greenberg is in the mix with Bill Duncan. Let's go down to Bob.
Thanks, Mark, down here with Bill Duncan. The Hornets survived. Just a couple of your thoughts. Man, our off-season theme is level up. And the way you win, get to the goals that we want to accomplish, you got to beat teams like that. I mean, they're king of the hill, perennial state playoff team, state championship team, and our thing is level up. We got to play to their level, and we came here on the road. All right, it wasn't pretty. All right, first game, it's hot, cramping and stuff, but the thing we talked about, Bob, is we got a veteran O-line, a veteran quarterback. Let's pound that rock and break some wheels. And every time we needed a play, we made a play. I was so happy my son out there made the play, and I told him during the week, I said, Coach Amp knows you. He's going to kick the ball right to you. Be ready. He said, I got you, Dad. I'm going to take one to the house. And that's what he did. And then Calvin just pounded out. He had some injury, so he hasn't been able to practice as much, so he's not in the shape that he needs to be. But he'll get there, but with just dogs over there. Just keep fighting. Farrell's got a great team. They're going to be right there when the smoke clears, but I'm so proud of the team. Obviously, it wasn't a perfect picture, but you still made the plays down the stretch when you needed to. And that's it, Bob. Sometimes you just got to make those plays, and especially against a good defense. They're sending blitzes. All right, you just got to come up. Sometimes you got to man up, just go hat on the hat and make plays. And guys did that defensively. Man, I told you, Juju Johnson. I don't think I've seen a wheel to run like that in a long time. I mean, it's different. All right. He's just a certified dog, and he's just breaking tackles, and it can be demoralizing, but we just told him, stay after it. Swarm and tackle. Guys did a great job. Special teams always big in these games, and, of course, your son with one of the big games of the year. Yeah, and it's huge. And, Farrell flirted with some returns. We didn't give up any returns on it, But yeah, like I said, man, so proud. Try not to get caught up in the emotions for your son. His first touchdown is at the field you grew up on, the field you played in, and he made that play at a perfect point where the momentum was changing there. He just made the play and showed the speed that his dad didn't have. He's got more speed than me. So I'm just so proud of him. Love him. I'm giving him a big kiss and a hug tonight. So.
You got to play a lot of players with all these cramping.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, our biggest teams have not been here. We got almost 55 players, and I told guys, if you show us in practice that we can trust you, we're going to get you in. And Coach Buck was doing a good job rotating guys on the defensive line, getting them in. All right, even in the secondary, running backs, we went 3 deep. Brody Bishop in there. Just really proud of these guys. Just kept working.
How about Jamel Cahoon with maybe one of the biggest runs of the game?
Man, big. He's a silent assassin. He's going to continue to gain more confidence as he gets more carries. He just hasn't had enough varsity carries, but in there protecting the ball. He had a big one in the first half. They got us down inside the 5 before we scored, and then that big one on third down there. But it all starts with those guys up front. We bragged about them all off season, and I told them on that last drive, it's time for you to show up, and they showed up and showed out.
Bill Dungy, congratulations.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
All right, that's the head coach of the Hickory Hornets. Now we're going to get our Reinhardt's player of the game here in a moment. Back up to you, Briggs.
All right, thank you very much, Bob, and Coach Bill Dungy, and the emotion that you got to have when your kid is the one that makes a huge play. And with that, we're going to award our lock, stock, and barrel play of the game right now, and it's going to go to Christian Dungy. Christian with a 72-yard kickoff return, kind of to keep the momentum back to Hickory after Farrell had scored on a drive to make it 14-7. And let's go down to the field and listen in with Bob Greenberg and our player of the game as well. We'll get back to Christian in a moment.
We'll do a picture first.
Bob's going to do the picture first. We'll get to him, but our lock, stock, and barrel player of the game, the touchdown return by Christian Dungy, but we'll go back to the field.
A game you won't forget. Just talk about what you're thinking right now.
I'm thinking, man, we feel good about this. We really were looking for this the whole week, and we first came out, they didn't respect us, so we knew I had to show them.
You had a couple big runs in this game. Talk about each one of them.
The first one, I really just saw open field. I had to take off. Really.
And the second one was a big one as well late in the game.
Sure. I knew I had to execute, so I had to go.
Coaches have a lot of confidence in you. I'm sure that you feel that pretty much as well.
Yes, sir.
You're a little dinged up here today, Coach said. You feeling okay?
Yeah, my head just hurt a little bit, but I'm cool.
You got to see Joel Johnson on the other side. I'm sure you're impressed with the way he played.
Yes, sir.
What do you take out of this game? A big game like this, big crowd, TV, radio. What do you think?
Oh, it feels good. I get to get myself out there.
Well, congratulations, Kelvin, being our Reinhardt's player of the game.
Thank you.
All right, there you go, guys, from up there.
All right, thank you very much, Bob Greenberg, with our Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. Let's go back to the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game before we take our break here as Lock, Stock, and Barrel and Sports Radio 96.7 honoring Christian Dungy in the 72-yard kickoff return for the touchdown is the play of the game. We'll put money in the fund in the name of Christian Dungy. At the end of this season, we'll have a play of the year from the top plays. In the football program there, we'll have a cash award courtesy of Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Listen to the audio of all the plays on sportsradio967.com. Congratulations, Christian Dungy, the freshman, for coming up with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game powered by Landmark Information Services, the place for all your website and social media design needs in this one. And the coach's son gets the big award in this one.
Bob has gone out beyond the track. I think he's maybe going to track down Aunt Pegues, but maybe just a Facebook or a Twitter or X video there, because he may be out of signal range. That sounds out of signal range. He's
at least for now. Yeah, so
he is out beyond turn 3 of the track.
All right.
Bob disappeared into the Shenango Valley night.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Hickory a win in this one by a score of 35-31. Hickory scoring 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and able to hang on in this one. A big key in the game, Logan Stanford, first varsity kicking experience, 5 of 5 on extra points to give Hickory all their extra points where Farrell had a block kick and twice went for 2 and didn't convert. That's the difference in a 35-31 win for Hickory. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the numbers from this one. Final score, Hickory 35, Farrell 31 on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
They got what I like.
Oh, yeah.
Win. Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win-win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can
Win.
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Vase Pub and Grill has just what you want. So come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Vase Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
Picture this. You're with a group of friends, and someone offers you a pill. You don't know what's in that pill. The person who gave it to you may not even know. By taking it, you may increase your risk of an overdose. Every day, nearly 300 Americans die from a drug overdose. Get the facts. Be your own advocate.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Look at this.
Oh, that's an old picture.
Yeah. Look at the background.
Oh, that's the year we put the vinyl siding on, isn't it?
Can you believe it's been 41 years?
Looking at the siding, no. It seems like only yesterday.
Just don't look in the mirror.
Oh, don't do that. I was just joshing you.
Oh, boy.
Warner's Home and Improvements has a lifetime fade warranty on siding and has worked with the same manufacturer for 40 years. Need siding? Check out Warner's Homes and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
That's not what I meant.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
And we're back here one final time at Farrell. The final score in this one was Hickory 35, Farrell 31. Ryan Briggs has been doing live stats for the entire game, and we'll give him the headset and the mic to go through the stats even more live than just on the internet. Hi, Ryan. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. What a fun night this was, Mark. Again, just you outlined it. You and Bob doing a great job. Just this great rivalry. What a crowd. Great individual performances. Great efforts. And we'll tell you the numerics of it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, first looking at some team numbers. Tonight, victorious Hickory, 191 rushing yards, 41 passing yards, 232 yards on 38 plays, a dozen first downs for Hickory. Meanwhile, Farrell had 216 rushing yards, 64 passing, 280 on 61 plays. Farrell accumulated 21 first downs tonight. Individual numbers. First for Hickory, quarterback Xander Tellez, 4 of 6 for 41 yards and a touchdown, 2 completions to Jaden Phillips for 25 yards. Trevor Borowitz, 2 catches for 16 yards and a score. Kelvin Morrison led Hickory on the ground, 12 carries for an even 100 yards. He scored twice. Jamal Calhoun, 4 carries, 49 yards. Teleza ran it 11 times for 32 yards and a score. Brody Bishop with a couple of carries for 9 yards. And Sarmad Shakur ran once for 1 yard. On the Farrell side, Aaron Pegues, the starting quarterback, the sophomore, goes 9 of 14 for 64 yards and a touchdown, completing 7 passes to Jules Johnson. He gained 45 yards and a touchdown. Nemo Jones, 2 catches for 19 yards. On the ground, Johnson, the big story, 36 carries, 226 yards, 4 touchdowns. Dorian Kane ran once for 4 yards. Stevie Dean ran 3 times for 3 yards. Jason Marshall lost 6 yards on a bad punt snap. Aaron Pegues sacked a couple of times. He ends up minus 11 on 6 attempts. Some other numbers of note. Penalties. Hickory, 14 flags for 106 yards. Farrell penalized 8 times for 53 yards. Farrell, a 7-minute edge in time of possession, 27-28 to 20-32. Farrell, 2 of 9 on third down. Hickory, 2 for 6. A couple of individual numbers to toss in. Dorian Kane, a sack for Farrell. Ben Walls and Borowitz, each with sacks for Hickory. Jamal Calhoun deflected an extra point. Hickory getting the win 35-31. The season opening Saturday night here at the Pegues Sports Complex.
All right, thanks, Briggsy, for that. And time now for Ryan Hart's Insurance Player of the Game. That's going to go to Hickory's Kelvin Morrison, 12 carries, 100 yards, a couple of touchdowns to lead the Hornets in this victory. So in conjunction with Sports Radio 96.7, we honor Kelvin Morrison as the Player of the Game. He picked up a customized T-shirt from 2J's and a B in Hermitage. Also, we'll put money in the scholarship fund in his name. And at the end of the 24-25 sports season, we'll have a Ryan Hart's Insurance Student-Athlete Scholarship winner. Check out the details at sportsradio967.com. Congratulations, Calvin Morrison of Hickory, the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game in Hickory's 35-31 win over Farrell. Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, powered by Landmark Information Services, the place for all your website and social media design needs. That's going to wrap it up. We'd like to thank the sponsors, the helpful people at Farrell, Eric Bell and Aunt Pegues, of course, as always. Thank you to Ryan Briggs on live stats, to cameraman Lee Gross, and to engineer back at the station, Aaron Byro. Check it out Monday or around the weekend when Bob tweets it out or lets us know on the Pick Sports Line what we're going to do next week, so stay tuned for that. For Sales Director, Sports Director, Colorman, and Broadcast Partner Bob Greenberg, I'm Mark Slazak saying thanks to you for listening. The final score here, Farrell and Hickory, it was Hickory 35 and Farrell 31. High school football on Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live. Good night. Good night.
You've been listening to High School Sports on the Cumulus Sports Network. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs since 1973. Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind. Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's in Greenville, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking but better. Attorney Bill Motor, excellence, experience, and integrity. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded since 1911. Herman's Water, when taste matters. Vay's Pub and Grill, make it special, make it Vay's. Hermitage Rotary Club, if you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in Southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City is the area's only stay-in-your-car quick lube. We're locally owned and nationally known. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts.